Welcome back, legends. Good to see y'all. Desert Maya, thank you for the 7 months. You absolute legend. Thank you for the resub, you king. Thank you. Appreciate your support. Sorry for the muted intro. Damn. That is super embarrassing.
Pussyo, my little pickle.
I'm trying to be so much better as well. Sakana Sensei, good to see you.
Have a nice
day. Kita. Sorry, I thought you said Mata. I was like, what did I do again? Hey, welcome back. Good to see you, Sakana Sensei. What have you been up to lately? What's good? Pokemon JP, thank you for the 30 months in a row. You absolute legend. JP, I've been, look, don't want to start the stream with a whinge. It's not a whinge. It's just this video. I've got to get it done. It's like 99% done. And for my personal self, I cannot start a new project. I cannot pick up a new task until this one is gone. It has to just go. So I haven't hit you up, but I've been thinking every time I look at that magazine, I'm like, I gotta hook up with Pokemon JP and start doing this interview stuff with him. Thank you for the 30 months, boss. Thank you for the support. Guys, what's good? How's everybody going today? Faith and Science, I saw you were hanging out since yesterday, waiting for me to go live. Didn't go live yesterday. No, that was Wednesday, sorry. Didn't go live Wednesday. Just been grinding, getting stuff done. A little pig going, good to see you. Thanks for coming down. Guy from a crowd, as always. Are you in bed? That makes it sound super weird, but just last time you were in bed, that makes it sound really weird as well. It's just, I remembered. So, screw me for being thoughtful, I guess. And weird. Answer the question, you in bed? Robbie N, one of the sets of all time. Storm Emeralda? Storm Esmeralda. I cannot call it Emeralda. Like, what a silly name. I was going to call it stupid, but that would have been mean. What a silly name. Emeralda. It's not even a word. Just call it Storm Emerald. Why are we trying to be all fancy? I'm not a fan. As for it being one of the sets of all time. Oh, I thought you said set. No, you did. You said set is mid and a discussion. Set. I don't think set's mid. I think it's pretty good. I think there's some nice cards, but I think that's basically the issue.
My little pickle.
Without ending the stream right now, is that
have a nice
for a lot of these sets, they don't feel like very strong, entire, like beefy, meaty sets, do they? There's just like, I don't know, there's like a handful of nice art rares and then special arts, and then the rest is kind of like
Pussyo, my little pickle, kombucha.
I think the common and I think like the regular arts in the set look really nice though. I wouldn't say it's mid. I'd say it's probably the set that's got me most interested, and like I think it's like the set that's made me want to open up Japanese Pokemon cards the most since Mega Evolution started. I can't think of a a Mega Evolution era set that I like more than this, that has had me more interested, and excluding Mega Dream. And even then, Mega Dream, I wasn't even like shitting my pants trying to open that. You know what I mean? Dangies, hey Dangies, how you been, King? Thank you for the resub. Thank you for the tier 1 legend. Thank you for 28 months of tier 1. Thank you for your support, your boss. Appreciate that. Zero Intelligence, good to see you, man. How you been? Thank you for the tier 1. Thank you for 18 months of tier 1 of support. You're a boss. I thank you. I appreciate both you and Dangies. I was meant to change the sub noise notification to Jake talking about poverty. I got to do that in case he ever deletes it. I don't think he's ever going to delete it because I don't think he even fucking remembers that he posted it. I think he just, like I said, that guy just posts stuff. I'm laughing at my own jokes. Fucking terrible. I think that guy just posts stuff for the sake of posting and then forgets. He doesn't even remember what he said 10 seconds ago. Peter, good to see you, Peter. How you going? Call me Julian. Why are you being so weird? It's OKJLUV to you, Peter. I can call you your full name. I'm joking, bro. Peter, good to see you, Peter. How you been? All I know is all the US rip and shippers are in Japan ripping this new set so they can fight poverty. Yeah, that seems to be the new meta, right? Everybody just goes to Japan to open it immediately and not pay tariffs. That is literally the new meta. The new meta for rip and ships is when the new set comes out, fly to Japan, open it from Japan, and that way you can avoid all the taxes, all the tariffs, and the shipping. You make your money back because you're selling it anyway. You're getting it even sooner. And then on top of that, you can use the money that you make from selling a fuck ton for the set to then go to the card shops and buy more cards to then sell to people at ludicrous prices. It's the meta, isn't it? It's fucking crazy, isn't it? Every day, I think more and more, I should have just fucking sold my soul. Because I'd be sitting here with my feet up, my feet in my cushion. I was going to say in cushions, in my moccasins, because that's what we call them here. I know you guys in America call them loafers. Smoking a cigar, watching anime. I'll leave it there. Does that actually cover flight, hotel, etc.? Probably. I mean, do you think these guys care? They don't really have. Look, they don't have a long-term plan. You think these guys are thinking like, in 2 years from now, in 3 years from now, I need to be doing this. In 5 years from now, I need to be doing this. Fuck no. You know what they're thinking? Money. They're just thinking, oh, I gotta make money now. Make money now. These guys are thinking 1 or 2 months ahead. These guys and girls, I should be saying. These fucking people. But like, they're just like, whatever. They're just fucking going with it. It's different. I'm Unk, so it's different now. Because when I was growing up, when I went to uni and I was in my 20s, fucking big spoiler, guys, right? You wouldn't know it. I'm still in my 20s, just quietly. But the plan was back then, there was a fucking roadmap. It was like, go to university or pick up a trade, start a career, and then work. And then now you've got a skill. And now no matter what, you've got skills, whether it's in the field you're in or the ability to work and learn stuff, right? You've got discipline, you've got dedication, right? You've got routine. You can go and do something. You can go and do anything. Even if your career shits its pants. Like, let's say you're a software engineer, or you know what I mean? Like, you're an engineer in San Fran or whatever, right? And your whole industry shits its pants because of AI. It doesn't matter. You still have the skill set to go and do something. These people don't have that. It's different. They're in their 20s. Like, people that have come into their 20s in the last 5 or 6 years have, like, few of them. I don't want to say all, right? But like much lower percentage compared to when I was in my early 20s. I'm still in my 20s, right? I don't know why I would fucking keep this cassette up. I'm in my 30s. Fuck it, right? Anyway, point is, low-key birthday tomorrow as well. Crazy, right? Anyway, the point is, it was different. Now, because these guys have come into a world where it fucking just seems like doom and gloom and like there's no hope, fewer people are planning for the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years. They're just planning for the next. They're planning for the next 6 to 12 months. They don't have a long-term plan. I want to start a family. I want to get married. I want to have children. I want to have a house here. It's different. They're just trying to get to the next day or the next month. Now, some people are in a hole and they're just fighting for survival, right? That's different. But there are people that are in this hole that are fighting for survival too. But yeah, whether it covers the flight, the cost, whatever, as long as they turn green, as long as it's green, it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. They're not going to walk out of that situation red. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's the new meta. Fly to Japan, get the set there, rip it, get your profits, go to the card stores, get singles, get more inventory, fly back home eventually, have a holiday, eat like a pig, tax write-off probably. Not that these guys are fucking filing their taxes. Well, few are, I imagine. Come back home, and it's like just another chapter in their year. So it's a bit different. But I really do think it's in the meta. I really think it's the meta. See you guys. That poster of XY is relevant now, 12 years later. Storm Emerald, such a great set, so hyped for it. I think the weakest thing with this set, right, is that they didn't lean into the whole Gen 3 thing. Like, they just dipped their toes in it, and I don't know why they keep doing it. It's so stupid. Like, just fucking lean into it. This is the thing with, like, the thing that kills me with One Piece as well is, like, sometimes the sets look like they lean fully into an arc, right? And then there's like random jobbers in them. God, I don't know about you guys. When I sneeze, it feels so good. And I have to like, I like fully like I'm like summoning the sneeze, right? Every single time. I like make it as, I would never compress a sneeze. I would never hide it. I fully let it come. And that's why I turn the mic off, so that I can like make all my noises and like let it be as loud and good as possible. What is up with Pokemon releasing these small sets? Bernie, I don't get it, bro. It's really annoying, isn't it? Venom Inc., they tried to be Italian with the name. It's It is like just call it Storm
My little
Emerald. It's so
pickle,
stupid.
kombucha.
Even the full art Rayquaza
Have a
is
nice
sick.
day.
I got opinions on this set. All I know is okay. I'm just reading old chats. Aiden, good to see Aiden DeVito. Hey, Gone King. I remember him saying we need poverty, otherwise succeeding would be insignificant. Who the fuck said that? There's no way. Are you telling me Jake said that? That is what the hell do they feed you guys in America? What the fuck do they feed you? Do they burn money and then liquidize it and then put it into your food? Beanie, you need to follow up on that statement. Who said that? Beanie, that's like a 2-hour stream right there. That one sentence. I can milk the hell out of that. I wish I lived in Japan. 25-hour flights kill me. That's crazy. Are you like full East Coast, Segrados? In 3 years, I will make money. And in 5 years, I will make more money. Money, money, money. Yeah, exactly. That's the plan, man. To be fair, the USD will get you very far over there. That is also true. Because the USD to yen conversion is so insane right now, I feel like there's more and more people going over there. I feel like the flight to Japan is still at a loss poverty. Well, think about it. It's probably like, I don't know, 1,000 USD to fly to Japan. And then you're probably looking at I want to say on average, like, including like hotel and food, I reckon you're looking at like 100 USD per night. So if you're there for 7 days and you spend 1,700 USD on travel and flights alone, and then you get the booster, let's say you get, I don't know, I think we're just doing quick math. I should really, when I do this, I should have a calculator on the screen. I think it would be really, really cool actually to do that, right? Well, actually, why not? Guys, I think it would be really cool to do this thing that I could literally just do right now. What do you reckon? What do you say we do it? How's dad life been? Fantastic, man. He's the best. I love the little guy. Sigma is my world. He's the best. Last night we went and saw the penguins at St. Kilda Bay, or like Harbour, the pier. I'd never done that before. Apparently they're the smallest penguin species in the entire world out of all 17 species of penguins. They're called little penguins, but their full actual scientific name is Eudyptula minor. It is the smallest species of penguin in the world, and it's the only penguin that has blue feathers. So it was the most close to Piplup penguin you could ever see. It's the only penguin that has blue feathers in the whole world. They were fucking adorable. They're probably like 30 centimeters tall. And we went with Sigma, and he thought it was awesome. Michi, thank you for the Prime. Speaking of penguins, good to see you, King. Thank you for 30 months of Prime. 30 fucking months of Prime is so good. Thank you, Michi. So good for me. Not good. I mean, it's good for you as well. You already get Amazon Prime. Link your Amazon account today to Twitch and gift your favorite streamer, me, your Twitch Prime. No skin off your back. Probably like $4 Australian in my pocket. Every Twitch Prime counts. Send me your Primes. Thank you. W Copper, Big Copper. Look at me. I can't read chat. I'm running out of chat. I can't like chat's moving so fast. I'm just so popular. No, I'm like doing a million things at once.
Pussyo.
If I missed your message, just tell me.
Kombucha.
Sorry. I'm not donor walling you guys on purpose. It literally is because I'm like multitasking. Oh wait, I just moved the chat into the bin. Fuck chat. I don't even read chat. Gonna work? That's so crazy. See you, Mitchie. Thanks for popping in. I'm still waiting for Beanie to follow up on who said. Beanie, you literally messaged again. You said, I think I know that from the Penguins of Madagascar movie. Beanie, who said that we need poverty so that success doesn't feel insignificant? Can you please tell me who said that? Please. You can't just say that and then leave. I'm leaving stream now. I can't have him be full of himself. That's insane, but okay. Fuck off, Beanie. I'm sick of you. You just come in, you say bullshit, you don't follow it up, you leave, you say bullshit, you take peptides. That's it. I've had enough, bro. I've had enough, Beanie. I've had it up to fucking here, man. I've had it up to here. I've had it up to fucking here. I can't wait till Sigma gets older and he just pisses me off. And so I can finally rip that. I've had it up to here with you kids. That's what I'm waiting for. Not that I want to you know, discipline him or berate him, but like that, I feel like that's just like a dad moment to be like, I've had it up to here, back to Winnipeg. I don't know if you guys know that episode of The Simpsons. He doesn't, I mean, he's like barely 2 years old, so he doesn't do anything. He actually, you'd be surprised. He's very cheeky. Maybe take some of the Kool-Aid Beanie is drinking. I'm sick of it, dude. I've had it up to here with your Beanie and your peptides and your mogging and your fucking looks maxing and your saying random shit and then leaving and then I've had it up to here. Do I inject peptides? No, I'm all natural, bro. Never in my life. Wouldn't touch that. Never, ever, ever. I went to the doc. This is actually crazy. Mo, you're talking about glazing? Corn King, thank you, by the way, for the 17 months of Prime. Thank you, King. Yeah, same vibe as you're on thin ice. I'm losing my patience. Dude, okay, so this is so crazy. I went to the doctor for another issue. I'm all good. Well, I'm okay. It's not great. It's like I was actually thinking, I'm like, do you talk about this on stream? But I think for everybody's sake, it's best I don't talk about it. But non-life-threatening condition or issue that I have right now that I need to get taken care of. Anyway, I digress. So I go to the doctor. He's like, take your top off. I'm like, say less, doc. Rip that shit off. Anyway, and he's like, the first thing he says, do you take peptides? And I was like, no, buddy, I do not take peptides. But he's just, because he saw how fucking swole and jacked I was,
Pussy,
right? And how good I was looking that day,
These
right?
nuts. Have a nice day.
Right? He saw that and he was like, do you take peptides? I was like, no, doc, all natty, bro, my whole life. And he's like, good, don't take them. I've had 4 people, I've had 4 men in their 20s present to me with kidney and liver issues, and they've all taken peptides. And I was like, not me. I won't touch that shit. Why did the doc ask? Peter, come on. Why do you think he asked? Because he saw my fucking fat titties, bro. If I can't do this because I think it's a TOS thing, but if I showed you my titties, you'd be like, put a bra on that thing. It's crazy. I actually they jiggle, dude. They got jiggle physics. Not because I'm fat. They just bounce. Okay, sorry. I'm going to stop. Anyway, Pokemon cards, guys, right? We love them. Love to talk about them. Love to see them. I'm sorry, what the fuck are peptides? They're like, I don't know. They're like supplements or some shit. I don't know, dude. I don't know because I don't take them. I'm not going into the peptide discussion. They're different to steroids, yeah. Formula 1 man, thank you for the 42 months. Black Bolt White Flare Binder Edging Stream. So true, King. He will never do it. Are they titty supplements? No, there's different types. I don't want to like become a platform. I don't want to be like also your gateway into peptides. Peptides, from what I understand, they're not very good for you. And there's peptides that people use, especially like weight lifters or like guys that are trying to get swole or fit or do like the looks maxing thing. That's basically it. Don't go down the peptide rabbit hole because you've heard me say the word peptide. I shouldn't even talk about it because we shouldn't perpetuate this conversation and discussion about peptides so that people don't get exposed to them, right? Because then they might go and look them up. You might go and look them up and then they could ruin your life. And then I'm responsible, right? Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't take them. Anyway, is it actually feasible? Is it feasible to fly to Japan as a rip and shipper for Storm Emerald on day 1 and rip it there and make big profit? Let's find out. Okay, so how would we do this? We would go, okay, flight. I don't know how to actually do this. What's the best way to like do this? Fuck, how do you do this? We say like, you got flight, hotel, food, leisure, travel. Let's say travel in Japan. Let's say you're gonna be in like one city, so you're only gonna be in like Tokyo. All right. So let's say your flight is on average. What's the average flight to Japan from US cost? I've just Googled this. I'm seeing like 1436 in USD. I want to see in USD. Okay, Google's saying average round trip flight from the US generally costs between 600 and 1305. So let's just call it, let's be conservative and say 1100. We're going to say this is USD. Hotel, we're going to say per night is going to be, I think off memory, I want to say 7,000 yen is like, actually, I want to say these days probably like looking at like 10,000 yen per night to USD, and that's like 60 USD. So let's say 65 USD per night on hotel, right? Food, I want to say 1,000 yen per meal on average, but I feel like most people are spending 4,000 yen a day on food alone. So let's say 4,000 yen, which is 25 USD. And then travel within Japan, I want to say it can be anywhere between, depending on where you're staying, it can be anywhere between 300 yen to 2,000 yen, depending on how many different areas you're moving between. Depending on how many different areas you're moving between in the city that you're staying. Let's say you're in Tokyo and you're going to go to Akihabara, you're going to go to Nakano Broadway, maybe you go to Chiba, maybe you'll go to where else? You might go to Ikebukuro. That could be anywhere, but that could be like, I don't know, 1,500 yen. So let's say 1,500 yen, and we'll just put that at 10 USD, right? All right, this is, so we'll go, let's say it's a 7-day trip. This has already cooked the books. So we'll go USD per day. Days 7. Leave this at 1,777. Okay. So we go equals this times this. All right. Sum is that. All right. So you're probably looking at, that can't be right. No, that's right. 1,800 USD to AUD. What are we doing? 1,800 USD. It's times that at the moment, I think. I feel like it is. Is that right? Is that AUD? I'm pretty sure that is. I can't remember off the top of my head. 1,800 USD to AUD. Nope, that is wrong. It's 4. My bad. All right, so that's what you're looking at in total cost, roughly, if you did a 7-day trip from the US to Japan as a rip and shipper. But I feel like we should probably add a few more things in here. So we probably should say data, right? So this is something I know because I did this when I did the live streaming. Data Sims, I think it was like 50 gigabytes was something like, I wanted to say like 80 AUD. I remember spending about $200 total on data. So let's say data is like a flat cost of 200 because you're going to have your own data to stream. But I'm assuming you've already got your gear and your setup. So this can just be 1. Whoops. Whoops, my bad. And then we update that. So you're probably looking at that. I think that's probably data. So you've also got to consider how much data you need for this trip. And from my estimation, it was roughly about $1 per gigabyte on the trip. So you probably need to account for maybe, I don't know, $200 of data. You fucking happy now? Huh? You happy? Can't handle it. There's another country where we speak the English language a different way. So I'm going to say your way. I ain't saying data. Fuck your stupid word. Inza, thank you so much for the 15 months in a row. You absolute legend. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, though. Thank you for the support. I got to reply back to you. I know you're cooking. Okay. Now, okay. So this is like flat expense. Now, let's dive a little bit deeper. What do you say? Let's laugh just this once. All right, what are we doing? We are going to box price because I want to see how much they are charging for a box now off the rip. I don't know if they're going to have them. Card Rush usually don't stock new releases of modern sets until like a little bit later. I think they're trying to like LARP as like for the community, but it's just total bullshit. Just scrolling down, I don't see it, right? You reckon go to sneaker? Oh, I gotta go to sneaker, right? Okay, sneaker dunk. Well, I guess this is like the metric that people are using these days for this set, right? But we have to factor a few little different things in here, right? So we can go to gosh, I always put my browser to the other side just so I don't like. It's nothing sus. It's just so that I don't like dox myself or something. I don't know, because I've done that before. Oh, it's 200 AU for a box off of Sneaker Dunk, and no shrink boxes are 139 AUD. All right, cool. So if we go here, oh, you guys can see what I've been searching up on Macari. So if you guys know Japanese, you might be able to get a little bit of insight as to what JLUV is trying to buy off of Macari these days. All right, Sutomu, whoop, Sutomu, okay, thank you very much. Whoops. Storm Emeralda. Come on, brother. Box. All right. Let's go to. How do we do this again? We want to go to. I don't know if this is really going to change too much. Sealed. Nope, that's going to go. Let's just go to sold. All right. All right, so it's been selling for about, why the fuck are you buying Yowie? Come on, bro. And even if I was, who cares? Sneaker Duck becoming the go-to place for TCG is very telling of the times. I guess it's just a good way to get an idea for how much stuff is going, because that's like where everybody seems to be going these days. I didn't realize we're in an ad break. Sorry, guys. You might have missed a little bit. Don't worry, nothing too crazy. I'm just pulling up the box prices of Storm and Emeralda. I was saying Card Rush don't usually post their box prices, or they don't usually sell new release sets until maybe 3 to 4 weeks after the set has come out as a box. They have the singles, but they won't sell a box. And I think that's just their way of LARPing as like for the community or trying to protect the player base. But I think that's fucking giga cap, because, I mean, just whole another story, right? But if we go to Sneaker Dunk, which as some people suggested was like a good metric, we can see shrink boxes are selling for 206 AUD. So I want to say that's 140 USD, right? And then, and no shrink boxes are selling for 140. But if you actually were to be buying them in Japan right now, it looks like they're going for about 160, which is closer to like 100 USD, which is really fucking funny because people in Australia are trying to sell this set for 300 AUD, which is like the standard price, which is just crazy. That's 210 USD. So people are selling it in Australia for double the price of Storm Emerald for what it is in Japan, which is just like super gross. But we're going to use all this information. So let's chuck it in. So let's go box price. So box price is roughly, and we're going to just keep it in USD, and I'll put the converters, right? Box price, we're going to say is, if you were in Japan, 18,000 yen, right? This is just a rough, let's just assume that Ribbon Shippers are getting a decent-ish deal for it if they're getting it in Japan. So 18,000 yen is 112 USD. So let's call it 120 USD, right? Okay, so if you get, now we're going to just base it off of this information we're getting here in the chat, which you guys are telling me and what I'm also seeing. Dunwa is saying that they saw 300 USD on TikTok last night. I'm saying I saw 300 AUD. Well, I'm seeing 300 AUD here in Australia. So 300 AUD to yen is 34,000 yen. Fuck me. And I'm going to put all these numbers here. Okay, so box price is yen, USD in Japan. 18,000 yen is 160 AUD. I'm sorry. Okay, you know what? Because some Euro people are going to be watching this probably on YouTube, so I'll go the extra mile just for you guys. Okay, 18,000 yen to euro is I just typed 18,000 to euro. 18,000 yen to euro is 98 euro. All right, $98 euros, okay? Sorry, I should always be very conscious of all the European bros. By the way, if you guys just jumped in the stream and I didn't say hello, just say hello again. I'll give you a quick hello. I feel really rude. You guys know I don't like to just don't know all people. All right, so this is box price in Japan. But let's go over here and say box price. That's racist as. This guy's racist. Box price. Even I'm surprised I just said that. The reason why I said that's racist is because there's a suburb in Melbourne called Box Hill, and there is a very large Asian community that lives in Box Hill. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but some people call it Bock Hill to be racist, which you shouldn't do, because it's like, oh, that's how Asian people say box. Now, I just want to make it very clear. I don't say, and I'm saying this while I'm smiling, like a fucking kid who's getting in trouble, but I'm laughing because I'm fucking streaming. And I know you guys are going to say I'm racist. I can already see people call me racist, right? I don't fucking say that, okay? And just because I said Bock price doesn't mean I say the other one often and mean it. The end. Okay, moving on. Box price internationally. Blendy, cut that. I'm not fucking racist. So box price internationally, I'm seeing 300 AUD.
Pussio, my little
Dude,
pickle.
as if Young Bull OCE resubs as soon as I
These nuts.
fucking say
Have a
that
nice
with the
day.
prime too. Because I know that guy knows exactly what I'm talking about. Go away and don't sub to this channel. Thank you for the 3 months of prime. I haven't seen you in a while, King. I hope you're good. That's fucked up. All right. I'm seeing box price in Australia as around 210 USD. So 300 AUD. I don't want to go with the super crazy 300 USD one, right? Because that's crazy. 300 AUD to yen. This would be easier if I had all the little bits and pieces in, but I don't. Is 33,800 USD. Well, 33,800 yen to euro. Oh, this is like, I almost certainly believe this is going to sink, and the prices for this set will drop, both box and single prices, over the next 2 to 4 weeks, like unequivocally, no doubt in my mind, right? Because I don't think the set is that good that it can hold these prices, but this is just what we're seeing right now, and we're looking at this as how viable is it to fly to Japan as a rip and shipper day one and do this? Like, what would you need to do to make this viable? All right, so this is like, I think people say, okay, we'll sink to 120. That's 210 USD. Thank you. Dunois was saying 300 USD. I don't necessarily agree with that. But I am not surprised if people are doing that, but we'll come back to that. Hello, Formula. I mean, I said thank you for the resub, so I said hello. That always counts. Yeah, this is like fly to Japan, stream it as a rip and shipper and sell the packs day one. How viable is it? All right, so we already know that your expenses, we're going to put this in red for, so everybody, how do you use Excel again? Bad, right? Bad. Okay, so your expenses are this right now. So you need to make more than 2,000 USD for this to be profitable. So how much do you need to sell? All right, let's say, right, boxes. Let's call it inventory because we're fucking investors and we're ripping shippers and we're vendors. Okay, and we love selling shit. Let's say you get a case, right? 12 boxes, okay? So that is, and we'll do this in USD for now. On the side here, I'm going to put the USD to euro conversion. Okay. We're going to do this. Yen. You guys can see that. Perfect. Yen, AUD, Euro, USD. This is the conversion. 1 USD is 0.87 euro. This is just going to make everything so much easier at the end. 142. And USD to yen is Holy. How do you do this? Do you do this? Yeah. So 1 yen is 106. 1 USD is 160 yen. Gotcha. Bang.
Pussy.
Bang.
My little pickle.
Perfect.
Kombucha.
Peter, thank you so much for the resub.
These
Thank you,
nuts.
absolute legend. Thank you
Have
for
a nice
28
day.
months. Peter, thank you so much for your support. Appreciate you. Okay, so 12 boxes. All right. So 12 boxes times that. That is this number. He can't even use Excel. This number multiplied by this number. 12 boxes at that is another expense of 1440. Okay. Now, you sell them for 200 USD. And this is where you end up. Okay. Inventory expense. This number times this number. Okay, gross sales. This number times that number. Net profit. We're almost there, guys. This number minus this number. So, if you had one case, all right, of Storm Emeralda, you flew to Japan, you opened it as a rip and shipper in Japan, Whatnot takes 10%. Okay. Let's say that's a great little addition there. Thank you, you little nerd burger, for knowing all that little stuff. Let's be conservative. Let's say you lose 8. Let's say you lose 15%. Yeah, nice one, dickhead. Why did that break? Ah, whatever. Ah, come on. There we go. Okay. You take 10% from the gross, not from the profit. Oh, come on. Gross sales. That is literally, no. No. Oh, yeah, they take 10%. You're right. My bad. Yep, my bad. You're right. Okay, gross equals this minus this. Great. We got there. What's up, little binkers? Hopefully that wasn't racist, what I just said. I don't think it is. Never heard that one before. Who's this Mexican woman you're speaking of? Esmeralda. Very funny guy. Okay, so let's say you have a case, right? You sell it at what market is right now, and you've bought it at this price, right? What's good, Franco? We're doing mathematics and spreadsheets. Okay, you would walk away with 700 USD. So you can very quickly see that if you had 3 cases, right? Make this very with a capital S, cases. 3 cases. Okay, let's say you had 3 cases, right? You turn a profit. That's it. All you need is 3 cases, 36 boxes. You turn a profit. All right? You keep fiddling with these numbers, right? Let's say, I know how I can fix this. So let's say it's 240, right? And we adjust this. We do this in real time. So this number equals this number times 0.8 times this number. Whoops. Equals this number times this number equals this number times this number. Times 10 to the power. Is this how this works? I'm 10 to the power of 3. Whoop, 10 to the, whoop, that is too many. No, that is right. How do you remove the dollar? Get rid of general. Do it. No, that is 1 too many numbers. How would I do this times 100? There we go. Fuck. Hang on, guys. I haven't used Excel for a while. There we go. I haven't used Excel for a while. I know how to use it. I haven't used it for a while. There we go. All right. So if you had, right? If you tweak the numbers further, okay? You tweak them a little bit further. Let's say you're selling the box for 220 USD, right? You're walking away with that much. But all you need to do is this is the actual break even point for whether this is viable. Get a hold of 3 cases of this set. Okay, fly to Japan. These are your expenses, right? Up here. That's all your expenses, right? For a 7-day trip. Okay. And sell it at this low. This is like the low conservative price for the set. That's like the resale price, right? And you dodge tariffs, shipping, any import fees, all of that. You literally get this for a crazy, crazy low price, which is the local price. That's it. That's all it is. So it's 100% viable. So you can see why rip and shippers are flying to Japan to do this. This is this stream is that. I can't say that word, right? Not that I say that word, but it's not. And if it is that, okay, Bernie, it's because I wasn't planning on doing this, but it's actually a very interesting little exercise. How difficult will it be to bring it all back? Barely. Like, let's say you're going there purely for money, right? So you spend 1 day, you get there on the Thursday, okay, you land. Friday, the set comes out, you do all your ripping and shipping, you're done. Then you've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday to fucking walk around, do whatever the hell you want, buy cards, whatever, right? So you get more inventory, right? Come back, get back home, right? Then you're going to ship it all out. It's probably 2 days of work, 5 days of holiday, fun, leisure, right? And all those singles, like, let's be serious. The people on Rip and Ship streams they're not wanting the bulk back. So you literally just like chop 70% of what's in the box, right? Out. You don't even need to bring that back. So the weight component is not even a thing. You just put the cards in your suitcase and you bring them back and then you just chuck the bulk out because that's what they're all doing, right? They're not bringing the bulk. So you get even more conservative. And let's say it's just a 5-day trip, right? Let's just say it's a 5-day trip. Your break even point is even lower, right? You're basically there if you do it at this price. You're literally there, right? You only need 2 cases at that point. So it is extremely viable, and you can see why they're doing it. That is like a break even point. So let's say you get, I don't know, that's 2 cases, by the way, 24 boxes. Let's say you get, I don't know, you go through 10 cases. Let's just say you're like a really big, okay, you want to go like 4-day trip is like ultra conservative, right? So 4-day trip, okay, brings it down to that. And let's say you're like I don't know, how much is a rip and shipper going through in a night? I don't know, 5 cases, 3 cases, 4 cases. Let's say you do a 5-day trip and you do 2 streams, right? We're assuming they have the plug for it, and you get, we'll go cases, and we'll just chuck this here. Case boxes equals 12, right? I don't know why let's just do this, right? Okay, hang on. This is like a super booty fucking way of doing this, but hang on, I know what to do. Hang on. Here we go. I better do this properly for when total inventory cases. Get rid of this one. Let's say you got 10 cases. There's 12 boxes in a case, right? This times this, right? Inventory expense. It's actually this one. And it's this one. Net profit minus expenses. Minus travel expenses. Almost there, guys. Equals this one minus this one. There you go. USD, AUD, and Euro. Equals this number times this number equals. That cannot be right. What happened there? Oh, I typed minus. Equals this number times this number. Bang. There you go. Right. So that's snooze the ad. No ad. So let's say you are a rip and shipper. It's so bright. Turn off these lights. All right. Let's say you're a rip and shipper and you're a moderately sized rip and shipper. Okay. You do a 5-day trip from the US to Japan. 5 days conservative because you land on it Thursday night. You're there on the Friday for the release day, which is today. Okay. You give yourself Saturday and Sunday as well to go and like do some shopping and like actually enjoy the trip a little bit and build up your inventory from the profits you're going to make from this trip. And the Monday, you take it a little bit easy, a little bit more shopping, and you fly back home, right? 2 days of streaming, and you just assume that the rip and shipper gets a hold of 10 cases, which is 12 boxes per case of the set, which is a total inventory. We're going to use the rip and shipper terms here of 120 USD, 120 boxes, sorry. So you're assuming the rip and shipper is opening up 60 boxes per stream, okay? Which I don't think is that unreasonable because they kind of fucking blitz through them. So based on that, your box price in Japan right now is 18,000 yen. That's the lowest you can really get it for, right? So we're assuming that the rip and shipper is able to get boxes close to this price, if not lower, because they have a good plug or relationship with some in the middle, middleman, intermediate, whoever it is, whether they're a Japanese store or they're part of like all the gangs with like the VC and all that crazy stuff, which we haven't really spoken too much about in the stream, but one day we'll get to, right? And then I'll disappear and you'll never see JLUV again because I lifted the lid. Goodbye to my beautiful son and my beautiful partner. Anyway, your converted prices there in yen, from yen to AUD, euro and USD are all there. Then the box price internationally, which is like the standard for which people are selling this as either stores or rip and shippers, is here because this is based on what I'm seeing, right? Let's say it's the lower end, right? Which is 210 USD. Okay. VC stands for Vietnamese and Chinese, which is like this term that Japanese collectors and then people that really don't like the gangs in Japan use to describe that group of people that go around to all the different card stores, the Pokemon centers, the Toys R Us, whatever, buying up boxes to then take out of Japan and then sell internationally. It's assumed by a lot of those Japanese collectors or people and critics that everybody doing that is either Vietnamese or Chinese. That's an assumption. So it's technically, I don't think it's a racist. Well, it is a racist term. I didn't say it in a racist way. This is the second time this stream I'm trying to defend the racism allegations, but it is a racist term because it assumes that everybody in that group is either Vietnamese or Chinese based on their appearance, which is racism. But it's the term that people use to describe the group of people now. So yes, call me the CEO of racism because I keep making, there's too many, look, where there's smoke, there's fire, he's racist. Okay, moving on. This is the global, like accepted price for this set internationally, whether you're a rip and shipper or a store. 210 USD, 183 euro, 300 AUD, 33,600 yen. Sneaker Dunk is lower, but that price doesn't, like the price that you see on Sneaker Dunk doesn't account for import tax, shipping and all that. So I feel like eventually it pushes up closer to this price. So based on that, your added inventory expense, because you do have to buy these boxes before you sell them, is 14,400 USD, right? Once you sell it, gross sales income, right, coming in after you sell it all is, I just want to make sure I got this right. No, yeah, I did. Yeah, it's all right, right? Bring this down. Right? Gross sales, 21,420 USD, right? Bear in mind that this is reduced by 15% to account for any whatnot fees, seller fees, whatever on any platform, right? Now, this is harsh, but it's a safe number. Yeah, correct. Like, this is like conservative, right? So your gross sales then, 21,420 USD, meaning your net profit, right, is 7,020 US dollars, right? So then, let's move this over here, right? Considering your travel expenses, which are up here, your net profit from the trip is 5,220 USD, which is insane for 5 days. And it's a total work. It's like total work, right? It's so crazy there's an ad. But if you watch it on YouTube, no ad. It's insane that for basically like 2 days of work with the stream, right? Maybe like a day in between to like coordinate all this. And then let's consider your travel as like a lost day for like, and then we'll just put an extra day buffer on top of that to be super generous. For 5 days of work, right? You're walking away with 5,000 USD. It is totally viable if you're a rip and shipper to go and do this. So I totally understand why rip and shippers are going over there and doing this now, because it's lucrative. That's a lot of money for a week's work, basically. If you want to be conservative, for a week's work, walking away with 5,000 USD, 7,000 AUD, and all you're doing is going over there and opening up Pokemon cards and then shipping them when you get back home. Yeah, super viable. So that answers that question. That is the craziest. I wasn't planning on doing this in the stream, but somebody asked the question and you basically hijacked the stream. So congratulations, whoever asked that and asked whether this was viable, because I literally, you cannot say, if you ask JLUV a question, he will never not answer. He will not answer you. But where do you make the rest of your money coming from? What do you mean? Formula, you might have missed the start of the stream where I was talking about how these guys don't really have a big plan and they kind of just go from day to day. It doesn't matter where you get the rest of your money from. All that matters is in that week you made 5,000 USD. You want to add in? Do you want to add in like shipping? Okay, fine. Let's add in shipping. Well, on Whatnot, do you pay shipping? You pay shipping. Like, at least on eBay Live here in Australia, when you buy a card, you pay for shipping. So shipping is, yeah, buyer pays shipping, so you don't need to. Yeah. So shipping isn't even a thing. There's no shipping cost. That's what I'm saying. It is actually lucrative. I'm deleting this stream. I will be opening. I'm going to start doing this. I'm out. That's it. I'm out. I'm tapping out. Well, let's say you do this 6 times a year, right? Let's say you do this 6 times a year with each set release, right? You do this 6 times a year. This is how much you're making. 6. You get ready for this insane Excel spreadsheet use. That's how much you're making if you do this 6 times a year. Just from this alone. That's profit. That's clean fucking in your pocket profit. And that's what I'm saying when it's like an infinite money glitch right now, because people do not stop buying stuff. Because people are just buying without thinking right now. You use this because what they're doing is they're using this money. This is basically 5,000 USD of extra capital, right? I'm using all the vendor terms today. This is 5,000 USD of extra capital that they then use on the trip in Japan to keep buying cards, to then bring the cards back, to then sell and repeat the cycle and the process.
Have a nice day.
And it just keeps going because people do not stop buying stuff. Like, they cannot stop buying cards right now. And they don't even know what they're buying. People are just buying blindly. Cool looking card, buy. The streamer said that it will PSA 10, buy. The streamer said that if it 10s, it's worth $5,000, buy at $100 or $500. Buy. Everyone's just buying. Franco, he's buying a sub. He didn't buy a sub. He gave me his Prime. He's buying Amazon Prime and he's giving me his Prime. Thank you, Franco, for the sub. Surely this must end soon, bro. Like, this cannot last forever. I don't know. I think about this all the time. Like, where's the end of the line? Like, okay, I was thinking about this because, okay, when crypto like became very prevalent, the thing about crypto that made it so attractive if you invested in it is that it was so liquid. So like when everyone panic sells, right? That's the scariest time because everyone's trying to cash out at once, right? Benry, spinning facts. Listen, when I take the medication, which is imaginary, but I trick myself into believing I'm taking the medication, I can actually be quite competent. You are very aware of this, okay? Thank you, Benry. I think about this often, right? So that's always been a very attractive point or part of cryptocurrency, is that it's super liquid, right? When you go to sell it, that's it. You just cash it out. I have sold cryptocurrency before. Yes, it's true. I've bought and sold cryptocurrency. I have done it. And when I did it the first time, I was fucking shocked at how liquid it was. Like how crazy it was to just be like, sell cash. And I was like, whoa, that's insane. Right? Now, when crypto crashes or when there's like crashes happening, right? I'm not a crypto bro, okay? But I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys or like I need to use it, like tell you this stuff for the sake of the story. And also so I'm like super transparent, right? So when crypto is crashing or a cryptocurrency is crashing, right? I have seen it and observed. I don't know what it's like now because I'm not into crypto now. Full disclosure, not into crypto now, right? Not that it matters, but I don't know what it's like now. But I remember it being, right, very difficult to sell when everyone was trying to sell at once. Now, this is like years ago, right? This is like a long time ago, right? So I don't know what it's like now. I don't know if you still have if these issues still exist, right? But it can be very difficult to sell it was, anyway, I've seen it be very difficult to sell a crypto when everyone's like, shit, sell, it's dumping, right? And everyone tries to sell. It's hard to sell. It's like selling and it's fucking dropping more and more and more. And you're like, holy shit, what do I sell it at? Like my sell price a millisecond ago is different to what it is now. So having observed that, I'm like, I was thinking this the other day in the car. What happens if everything fucking shits the bed with Pokemon? Like all of a sudden, right? Let's say like the slabs I've got and I'm like, oh my God, it's crashing. I have like 24 hours to act. Like there is such a small window that I have to act really. If it's like exploding, I have to find somebody who's like also cognizant of the fact that the market is crashing in Pokemon cards. I have to find somebody to buy it off me. And I'm like, who's going to buy cards off me when it's crashing? They're going to be looking at the cards and being like, dude, nice cards, but everything's crashing. I'm going to give you 20% of what it was worth yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, let's say I go to sell cards that I bought at $1,000 and I paid $1,000 for them, but everything's crashing. And now their market price is $500, but everything is still crashing. So it's not, there's no end in sight. And I go to sell them. The guy or girl who's going to buy them off me is not going to give me $500. They're going to say, well, yeah, again, cool cards, but everything's crashing. I'll give you $200 for them. And then if I commit to that sell, everything crashes further because everyone's selling at these like reduced prices more and more every day because they're panicking. And I'm like, this is insane. Then consider how many people have like are like heavily invested or like moderately invested in Pokemon cards right now, right? Who aren't buying the card for the card. They're buying the card for the grade or for the prize. And they all are going to sell at once. It's going to be fucking havoc, dude. It's going to be insane. It's going to be so crazy. It's going to be wild. You cannot tell me it won't be wild. So I'm thinking like, this is scary if you're like invested in it. That's crazy. When is that going to happen though? I don't know. I can't say. I was also thinking about how everybody's been saying like, oh, when the 30th passes, like it'll crash. And I'm like, I don't think so. Because everyone's so balls deep in this right now. Like everyone's so balls deep in this right now that I don't think, and excuse my vulgarity there and that, you know, for lack of a better term, but everyone is so deep in it right now that I don't see it just simply returning to normal after the 30th comes out. Because then there will be a new high class set, exactly like Faith and Science set at the end of the year, which is probably going to be cool. And people will get hyped off that naturally. And then what? Like a new game comes out. So then like the new era starts. I don't know. So yeah, just some stuff to think about. This was a really funny exercise to have a look at because when you spell it all out like that, it's quite interesting. Power World TCG. You know, Power World, the agency handling Power World's TCG's marketing contacted me about 2 months ago, and like super unprofessional of me, by the way, but I was like going through it. I just didn't reply to them, but yeah, I thought about it and I was like, I don't know. Probably not going to do that one. I did see it release though. I don't know. I'm not into it. Like, it just would have felt weird because I didn't play Power World like outside of maybe like 5 or 10 hours tops. And that was when it first dropped. So imagine me opening them up and being like, who the fuck is that guy? But I have been saying to Joe Guyman, I'm like, dude, get on Power World. Like, I want to play with it. I want to play it unironically with somebody to see what it's like. But I got no friends, and no one will play with me. So, yeah. Look, I wasn't in the best headspace a few months ago, so I kind of just forgot, and like anxiety and stuff. It's been look. I've really dropped the ball. It has not been a good 12 months for JLUV, but I'm not going to punish myself. You know what I'm saying? Pokemon is too hard to liquidate fast enough for there to be a massive crash. But that's what I'm saying, Young Bull. Like, if it does slowly start to crash, well, okay. So then, by that logic, which I don't disagree with, right? The crash won't be rapid. Like, it's not going to be an explosion. It'll just be a progressive thing where it bleeds out. But everyone's been saying like, well, when the prices drop, I'm going to buy up all the cards. But like, will they though? I really just don't see it. I really don't see it crashing or slowing down anytime soon. But who knows, man? I just watched some guys at the LGS play Power World. Are you doing text? Are you doing speech to text? I just watched some guys at the LDS played Power World, and they really kind of liked it. Human being uses a keyboard for the first time. Even if it crashes, it'll get pumped again within 5 years. Maybe, I don't know. Right now, it's like either eBay. Wow. Me making fun of the guy who can't type in chat versus me being the guy who can't speak and read the chat. Right now, it's like either eBay or whatnot. Sell to a 70% store or marketplace, which is pretty dangerous nowadays. What do you mean? Played Power World for about 100 hours last few weeks. You're crazy. You must love it. We should move on because this was not planned. And let me tell you, I don't know what's going to happen with the Black Bolt White Blair. Can this guy speak the English language? I don't know what's going to happen with the Black Bolt White Flare Binder stream, but it's not looking good for its chances today, given how much I want to go through with Storm Emeralda. Good morning, Feather Josh. How's the YouTube video looking? My desktop, nothing special on that. Don't worry, I always make sure to hide all the important stuff. Oh, you guys didn't even see it because I'm on a different overlay. It's basically done. It's like 99% done. I got to do the final viewing and clean up and touch up. I got to insert like a couple little things. And then I got to change the intro tomorrow morning. And then that's it. It's ready to go. Clock is ticking for that 30th. Look, it's not ideal, especially as more and more leaks have happened. Some of the really cool, like, or fun theory crafting components of the video kind of got ruined. But if you didn't look at spoilers, it's quite fun. And also, the whole reason I liked doing all that theory crafting on like which artists drew which cards and stuff was because it's just fun. So like, and it will get people thinking more about the artists who drew the cards. And like, the whole point of the video is to just not fucking worry about all this price shit. But it's gonna, the video title is gonna be a complete guide to the 30th celebration, because it is at this point now, considering everything has happened, it's basically a complete guide to the 30th celebration. I thought about it. I'm like, is this even like a good video to upload now that
Have a nice day.
I'm like, it's just, this is like such a in the moment video. But I feel like it'll be a good resource for people to use over the next month or two to like actually understand what's happening with the 30th, outside of just like all the crazy videos that people have put up reactively to the news. All the information in this video is in one spot. And then there's also all this extra cool stuff where like, you know, I dive into the artists and stuff, and I talk about the leaks, and I talk about, you know, Yoshiroten. I talk about the Pikachu cards, speculation. It's actually quite a fun video. I think it will be a fun video for people, even if you already like know everything about the 30th or feel like you know everything about the 30th. And I put my like my little spice and my sassy bits where I talk my shit, so it'll be fun. I think it's a fun video. I was thinking, I'm like, do I just delete this video? Like, I reckon back in at the start of July. Thank you, Zunga fan, by the way. I can't donate you for that long. Thank you for 22 months of Prime, you absolute legend. Appreciate the support. Good to see you, Zunga fan. He's linked his Prime. What a legend. I was thinking in July, I'm like, do I just like scrap this and move on to another video? But I was like, nah, I actually just want to make this video and it's my channel. So I don't even fucking care if it gets like 3,000 views and no one gives a fuck. I wanted to make it. And there's 3,000 people that wanted to watch it. I mean, there's you guys want to watch the video. So, and that's my mentality these days. It's like, if I want to make it and as much as it's been difficult to make this video, I have had fun making it. If I want to make it, if I'm having fun making it and there's 3,000 people or, you know, my subscribers watch it and like it, good enough for me. That's it. That's all you can ask for. So that's the status of the video. It should be in the next 48 hours, I want to say. Because tomorrow's my birthday. Just saying that again. Don't know why. And then Sunday, I want to have like a turn off fucking from the world day. And go and hang out with the fam away from the computer. So that's the plan. All right. So, if you're inflammatory enough, it could go viral. Happy 40th. Thank you so much. Thank you. All you can do is laugh. All right. Storm Emeralda. These are the day one prices, so I'll hit refresh. Formula One man was saying that Card Rush broke, which I don't think it is broken now, but it probably has broken through the day. So, that's the wrong button. This one is the one I want to look at. How old are you? My bet is sub 30. That is a good guess. That is a good guess. You have very strong guessing skills.
Pokemon guy, bro?
Your guessing skills are very powerful, King. Franco, you dirty little demon. Franco, you dirty little dog. Thank you for the 5 gifted. I appreciate you, King. Thank you, man. Thank you for your support, Franco. I do it for you. Hey, honestly, no bouncing on it, no glaze. If it wasn't for Franco, the streams probably would not be coming back for a long time. It could be August, September, when the first stream back would have been. But Franco was in my DMs nonstop being like, dude, stream, 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 dude, stream, stream, stream. So I had to do it for Franco. Thank everybody. Thank Franco for getting me to come back and start doing this again because he was nagging me. But it was a good kind of nagging. Thank you for the 5 gifted. They went to Pafu, Aroshstar, Golem Hydra, who just jumped in before and said they were late and you missed an hour. You did. I did see that, but I don't know you. I don't know why. Ben and 22 and Vega Vault. Make sure, if you guys are watching, make sure you say thank you. He on God was. He was there, man. Met 3 dudes today who looked 21 but were 32, 35. You know, the other day I was talking to somebody and I was like, this is actually funny. They told me that they were like 20 something and I was like, I thought they were like, no. Yeah. Okay, I was speaking to this person and I thought that they were like in their late 30s. This is before age had even come up. I thought they were in their late 30s. This is so mean. But I'm mean, so fuck it. And they were like, oh yeah, so like I turned like 24 recently. And I was like, oh yeah. And in my head I was like, what? No fucking way. But I was like, oh nice, man. Oh, that's cool. In my head I was like, what the fuck? Brother, you're pushing 40. That's crazy. Anyway, I thought that. Listen, does it make me a bad person because I told the story? Or does it make me a bad person because I thought it? That's the same as if a tree falls in the wood, does it make a sound? I already thought it. So like, if it's mean to think, if it's mean to say it to you guys and tell the story and laugh about it, it's mean to think it. Therefore, I'm already mean. So why pretend to be nice and not mean? You know what I'm saying? This is why I just tell you guys everything, because it's better that you hate me for who I am or like me for who I am than like me for someone I'm not, that I'm projecting to be. It's just better for us all long term. The moment someone gets plastic surgery that looked 10 years older, I would never do it, but I never need to because I look beautiful. All right. So, we're in an ad. Of course we are. I think, you know what I'm thinking? You know what I'm starting to feel? I'm feeling like I need to stream more. This is actually it's a good and a bad thing. I feel like two things need to change with the streams. I need to stream more and I need to start earlier. And I feel like if I just fix those two things, the streams won't feel like I'm pushing stuff I want to do to next week. Because right now, I feel like we're not going to do Black Belt White Fillet Binder today. I feel like we're going to do Storm Emerald and then it's going to get to 2. I've got a meeting at 3. So I'll have to eat and like refresh. I just don't think it's going to happen. When you go to America, do you dabble in ganja? So, I don't know how much I can talk about this on stream, but like,
Pussio,
can you talk about
pickle,
that stuff on stream? I don't know.
These nuts. Have a nice day.
You need to stop lying on the stream title. It's true. I do. Asteri, you kicked off a hype train? That's the second hype train today, but we don't really get many of those. Thank you, King. Thank you for the 42 months of Prime. He's linked his Amazon Prime. Thank you, OKJLUV, for summoning the Unk energy to return for Franco. I did. I dug deep. And I found it. I actually love streaming at the moment. I know that sounds like cap and cope, but I have not enjoyed streaming more than I have since starting again this year. He says as Segrados drops 5 gifted. Segrados, thank you. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Segrados, didn't you drop 5 gifted the other day? You don't need to do that, King. Thank you for the support, man. Thank you for the hype train. I appreciate that, man. You don't have to do that. I'm pretty sure you literally did that like 5 days ago. Stop. But I appreciate it. But stop. That went to Namp, Ugandan soldier, who kind of like went crazy in the Discord just because Argentina lost the World Cup. Blank Terp, Captain Carrots, and one Malex. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's better than sounding like poverty. Does the poverty wash off my voice when you guys sub? The answer, faith and science, is because I think last year I was just trying to do too much. I was just trying to like, I was trying to stream. I was trying too hard to stream, and it was becoming like it was starting to become like a chore. But this year I'm just kind of like doing what I want to do. So, that's it. Like, I'm not feeling like I need to like squeeze into like a hole. I'm just like, all right, guys, let's put cards in my binder today. All right, guys, let's talk about Storm Emerald. All right, guys, let's talk about this stupid video. Like, but it feels like every stream there's like more and more things that I want to do, or new things pop up and stuff gets pushed to next week. So I'm like, fuck, maybe I need to add another day, and then yeah, probably start at like 10 o'clock Australia time. Excuse me, 10 o'clock Australia time instead of 11:30. I was meant to start earlier today, but I had spicy, again, too much information. I had spicy food. And then when I was at the gym, I had to like go to the toilet during the gym, but it was like bad. So I probably like lost 20 minutes of my gym workout. But then because I was doing legs, I was like, well, fuck, now I need to like warm my legs up again. So I had to go back on the bike for like 5-10 minutes to get warm again. So I basically like minus 30 minutes in my gym routine, which meant I was 30 minutes late to coming home. Yeah. Again, it's just what happens, man. Sorry, man. Segrados drops 5 gifted, and I tell him a story about how I had to poop. And he's like, yeah, cool. That's why I watched this guy. It was totally worth it. Segrados, thank you again for the support. You're a legend. Yeah, the gaming streams were fun. I'm not in like a big gaming mood right now, but I feel like with gaming streams, I feel like just wait for the next game that I really want to play, and then I'll do them again. But like I think about the Elden Ring run, I'm like, I just don't feel like streaming. Like there's stuff I want to do on stream that isn't Elden Ring, and also like gaming streams are like a luxury when you think about them. Like you've got to be like fucking really fucking funny and like locked in to do gaming streams and have them be like super chill. I think gaming streams is like a reward for like being a really successful and like consistent and dedicated streamer. You can't just like go live and be like, I want to be a streamer. I'm going to make it as a streamer and then just like spam games and then like hope it happens. No, like ultimately at the end of the day, there's like a group of people that come to watch the streams here to hang out with me and you guys, but then also to like watch this kind of stuff. So if that's what you come for and I'm not doing it, then like, why are you going to watch? There's like a balance. And I think last year I was just trying too hard to do the gaming thing because I was like so tired of the Pokemon card thing that I ended up just like not doing either with earnest. So gym stream when? I've had fun ideas for stuff like that. I'm not going to lie. I'm in a good spot with exercise these days. It feels good. Anyway, I don't want to sound corny. Oh, they've got the gold they've got the gold card back in stock, IRL. I don't know if I'll do IRL streams ever again. They were fun, but I wouldn't do them in Japan. Alrighty, where are we? So we're at Card Rush, which is, I'm not going to say the best store, but I'm going to say it's the best metric if you're an international card collector for understanding what day one prices are like in Japan. Now, if you're new here and you're watching this at YouTube and you're wondering whether it's worth buying cards from Card Rush, especially because you see this stuff in the bottom left corner, I'm not sponsored by them. They reach out to me often because they want me to promote their service, but I personally don't love services like these. One, because, actually funny story, one of the guys that works there tried to get me to, this is actually funny, I don't give a fuck, I'm telling this story. One of the guys that worked there wanted to talk to me about a potential collaboration. And so I mailed them back to be like, all right, well, what do you got? And I was like being like professional and serious about it. And then they dropped this like crazy line that was like super disrespectful and unprofessional to be like, well, I thought you hated services like ours, and encouraged users to do chargebacks. And I was like, whoa, dude, fucking relax, man. I'm like, honestly, I'm not offended because like, you know, I give it, so I gotta take it. But I'm like, that's so crazy to say. I've never encouraged people to do chargebacks through Buy-E. I've always said that often the buyer is left with no choice and no recourse but to do a chargeback through Buy-E when they get scammed, because Buy-E offer no recourse to the customer, which is a flaw in the system and the service. And it's largely why I don't like I don't want to work with them. But I've never encouraged people to flat out try and scam them. Whether it's a scam if the buyer does a chargeback despite it being against Buy-E's terms of services is up for debate. But as a consumer, if you're left with no reasonable process or recourse to rectify the wrongdoing that's been done onto you, I personally can't blame the consumer for going to that extent to charge back against Buy-E to get their money back if they've been scammed. So when that guy at Buy-E said that to me, I was like, fucking hell, relax, buddy. Just keep it then. Anyway, is it worth buying cards off Card Rush? Maybe, it depends. If you use a service like Black Ship, which I got no problem with talking about because I use them myself, it's usually pretty good. But these days, I don't know, Card Rush, the condition of the cards, not that great. They can be kind of damaged or off center. And you're paying a premium versus what the card is worth internationally. So you got to consider that too. And sometimes it's cheaper to just buy the cards locally because people who get Japanese cards from rip and shippers or boxes they've opened are just like, well, shit, I spent, 30,000 yen. I spent like 250 or 300 Australian dollars on this box and I got like doo-doo pulls. I just want to get some amount of money back. I'll sell this art rare for like $5. So it's very easy to get Japanese cards from sellers that are desperately trying to offload after having overspent on boxes or rip and ships. And they're just trying to get rid of their cards. So how good Card Rush is these days compared to 2022, fucking night and day. It used to be great back in like 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018, but now it's like, yeah, not as good, but you can still use it. All right, so these are Card Rush's day one prices. Like I said earlier, the day one prices in Japan in card stores are most likely much lower than this. I want to say much lower than this. In my experience, 70 to 60% lower than what you're seeing here. But it's a constantly moving target because the buy price, sell price, it's market dictated. So depends on how many people are coming in and selling the cards back to the card stores. Depends on which cards are trending as popular or not. It depends on how much stock is actually out there in the wild, whether people have gotten their boxes from the Pokemon Center Online Japan, because they can sometimes take a day or two to be shipped to people in Japan. It's just, there's like a multitude of reasons, right? So take them with a grain of salt, but also let's have a look at them because they're actually kind of funny. And we haven't looked at this set entirely. So, I was like umming and ahhing about whether we do a set review today, but maybe we do a set review next week because I don't think I have a time or voice stamina to do the full set review of all the commons and uncommons. But while we go through like the prices today, we can look at the pretty pictures. What do you say? Can you post the guide on how to buy from Card Rush? It's very easy. You make an account, you click this button, right? Shinki Toroku. And then you make an account, and then you go to Blackship or any other parcel forwarding service, and then you make an account there. You come back here, and the address that you put in is the address that you get from that website or service. And then you buy the card like any other website. If you're in Chrome, you can right click and click Translate to English. And then that's it. It's very simple. That's it. 1 minute. I feel like Japanese Pokemon cards have been very off-center lately. Yeah, I mean, since 2023, I want to say centering has been very hit and miss, especially like the scanline stuff with Shiny Treasure as well. That was crazy. All right, so first card off the rank, which is just ridiculous, but I don't know, man. I feel like collectors, and they're not the audience for the cards like this. These cards, like the audience is just, or the target audience, right? Or consumer base, just people with money, really, straight up. People that like gold, shiny things. People who treat, I feel like, I mean, I spoke about this a little bit in the video that I'm making. I feel like people treat gold cards as just like a trophy. Like there's like objectively, this does nothing for me. Half the time when I look at a gold card, an MUR, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. If I didn't know anything about Pokemon, I wouldn't be able to tell you what shape or form or like character I'm looking at. I wouldn't be able to discern the Pokemon. Like, you only know that this is Mega Rayquaza because you know what Mega Rayquaza looks like. That is one of the big fundamental flaws with the MUR cards. Right? Like, you look at Mega Golurk and it can be like a bit busy-ish. Like, there can be stuff going on. But you know that when you're looking at this, you're like, oh, okay, that Pokemon is Golurk. Like, I can see the form of it. It's a big statue, Colossus looking thing. Okay, and it's like made out of stone, armor, metal, iron, I don't know, right? But Golurk, right? Okay, I can see it. Got it, right? You look at MUR Mega Rayquaza Gold and you're like, what the fuck am I looking at? It's just like, I can see the form of something, but like, you only know that it's got arms because you're like, are those like arms? It's like, are those arms or 2 arms? Are there 4 arms? Are there 3 arms? Like, how many arms this guy got? Like, is it flying? Is it standing? Does it have legs? I can't see him. Where are the wings? I don't know. Like, is it flying? Is it sitting? What the fuck? Like, what is it doing? What's this stuff on its face? Like, what am I looking at? So if you're collecting these, I feel like you're either like, you love collecting Pokemon cards, so you want to master set them, or you just like having the trophy that everybody or somebody else wants, which is like the antithesis to collecting in my, I don't know. Like, part of collecting is having something, is feeling good that you've got something that somebody else doesn't, or that is difficult to obtain, but it's just a small portion of collecting. Like, it's not what makes collecting what it is. It's just a part of it. For some that adds, for some that takes away. But for me, I'm just like, yeah, like I like having stuff. It's sometimes there's some things where it's like, oh yeah, I got a copy of that. That's kind of cool, but it's not like the sole reason why I have things. It's just like another part. Gold cards feel like the main reason you're getting them is because you want to have what somebody else doesn't have or is finding difficult to have. The last time gold cards were nice was in the XY era. I feel like, Nicholas, I feel like they've never been good, but that's just my take. I just, like, why take the color and like flavor out of Pokemon cards? I've heard, because I've never seen these in person, I've heard that they've had like, that they have like a nice rainbow effect on the holo, which is kind of cool on cards like Reshiram and Zekrom. But the thing with cards like Reshiram and Zekrom is that, because they're all one color cards, right? But Zekrom is black, right? Reshiram is white. So it makes sense to do an all white and an all black Zekrom. It makes sense to do an all red Victini to an extent. Victini's probably borderline, right? But an all gold card for Greninja, Rayquaza, Dragonite, Gengar. Is there even a Gengar? I don't know. Fucking Zygarde, you know? All of those Pokemon don't even make sense because they're not gold. They have colors, like colors that form part of the design that make them interesting to look at. And the price, I think, is reflective of that too. So the reason why it's 300,000 yen right now, which is fucking 3,000, basically close to 3,000 Australian dollars, or I don't know, you want to say like 2,700 Australian dollars, right? Is because it's hard to get and a lot of people want it. You know, apparently the pull rates for these are like 1 in a 50 boxes or something like that. I don't know, but it's relative to the price of a box now as well, because if a box was super cheap, then obviously the cards inside would be cheaper. So because the boxes are expensive, pulling it is really tough. So the buy-in to gamble for it is higher. But come on, 300,000 yen? I mean, not even like objectively beautiful looking cards. Not even the Rayquaza VMAX special art was that much on launch. That was 800,000 yen, 80,000 yen for those playing or who remember. And Umbreon, I think, was like Umbreon VMAX special art from EV Heroes was like 70,000 at most yen on launch, and then it dropped down to 35,000. So it's just a card that's LARPing as a trophy card. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying, dude. There are 4 races: white, black, red, gold. I guess in the world of Pokemon, right? I mean, Ray from Blue Sky Stream is a 3K card now, but back then its lowest price was 80,000 yen. And I remember laughing at a guy on Twitter in Japan because he bought 2 of them, and I was like, this is so stupid for 80,000 yen. And then look where it ended up. If I had my time again, I would buy that card because it's the only VMAX Japanese I'm missing. But at that time, and especially because the EV Heroes Umbreon VMAX dropped, and Blue Sky Stream came out after EV Heroes, the educated decision then was that you don't buy it and you wait for it to drop. But now, looking back, incorrect decision, because Blue Sky Stream was just had such a short print for some reason. Would you be cool if they made it similar to Black, White, Rare in BBWF, like Red Groudon? Yeah, I mean, that would make way more sense. I would fuck with that heavy. Like if the MUR Ray was all green, yes. And it had like gold highlights, yes. 100%. If there was like a Mega Kyogre that was all blue and it had like gold highlights, yeah, that would look awesome. But this is just not it for me. It just doesn't do it for me. Alrighty. So next up, second most expensive card in the set right now is this. 138,000 yen for the Mega Rayquaza EX SAR. Which is insane. So that is from memory, I think that's the most expensive a Mega SAR has cost from a special art rare on release for the Mega Evolution era. It's 600 USD on Sneaker. Like I said, I don't think this is how much it is selling for in Japan right now. That's 96,000 yen converted on Sneaker, right? Which you guys are saying. So I'd say that's probably closer to what it is in Japan, in Japanese card stores right now. I'd say that's closer to what it is. In fact, I reckon a good way to work out how much it is in card stores right now is to look up what the buy price is at stores like Dragonstar. I'm not seeing a lot of I'm not seeing buy prices for it just yet online on Twitter. They'll probably pop up over. I mean, the card stores in Japan probably have literally just opened. I don't even think Dragon Star's open yet. They probably open at 11 a.m. It's 1 p.m. now, so they would have just opened in Japan right now. Zard was like 70 to 80k at launch. There you go. All right. Look, I am not the biggest fan of this card. It's kind of like a weird one to talk about. Are we in an ad break? I'm going to wait for the ad break to pass. We're muted. Don't worry, it wasn't important. I was just saying we out of the ad break. All right. So, Mega Rayquaza EX Special Art Rare. I don't love this card. It's fine. You know what I mean? But, like, the weird thing with this card is that, like, objectively, it's a good illustration of Mega Rayquaza. So, like, it's not as if it's a bad illustration of Mega Rayquaza. It's not as if it doesn't look like Mega Rayquaza. It's not as if it doesn't look like, or it's not posed as Mega Rayquaza or Rayquaza would pose as. But I think the issue with it is that it's not anything more than that. In that it's just an image, it's just an illustration of Mega Rayquaza. And that's it. So at that point, there's no real difference between this illustration or the stock illustration of Mega Rayquaza. Together with a background that has a level of detail to it. So it's always a weird one when I'm, not so much appraising, but discussing, and I want to say criticizing, but it is criticizing illustrations, especially Pokemon card illustrations, because as somebody who has creative passion and works in a moderately creative field, I understand the struggle and difficulties of creating something, period, whether it's a video or an illustration or whatever. And so I don't think it's necessarily right to just say it's a bad video or it's a bad illustration. I'm always quite sensitive or careful and cautious about the verbiage I use when discussing illustrations, cards, art. But I think the core of how I feel about it is that the artist, Kazuki Minami, and you guys were saying this and most people know this now, which is the artist that drew this card, right? I'll bring this over. Which is the Pikachu from the illustration contest. So this is the winner of the illustration contest. For me, the issue is that it's a good illustration and, like I said, depiction of Mega Rayquaza, but there's nothing more to it than that. There's no, you guys are saying in the chat here, there's no story. Where's the inspiration, right? There's nothing more to it than it just being a picture. And I feel my first thought is, I feel like this artist is capable of more. In that, yeah, of course, they can draw a Mega Rayquaza. They drew a really fucking good Mega Rayquaza. They drew a great illustration of Mega Rayquaza. Coloring, detail, everything. It looks cool. It's a good depiction of them. But is it the best utilization of their skill set? And I think no. Because this is nice. Like, this is a nice illustration of Pikachu. It's a good illustration and drawing of Pikachu, objectively, that looks like Pikachu, right? So they can obviously draw Pikachu. But the setting, the situation, the pose, right? It tells you a lot more. Like, it gives a lot more. Like, the card and the illustration feels warm. You feel comfortable. You look at it and you feel nostalgic, or you feel like you maybe get taken to, for me anyway, when I look at this, I'm like, I don't know, I feel like I'm in a park. I feel like I'm in the backyard and I'm just thinking about nothing and I'm just chilling. It's a nice warm day and the sun's shining and I can feel the sun on my skin, and it's Sunday and there's like nothing to do. So I'm just relaxing and I don't feel pressure, and that's it. And I feel kind of sleepy. I might lie down for a bit. I might read a book. I don't know. Or I'm looking at Lola and like Lola's playing and rolling around in the grass and I'm like, man, I love that dog. You know, that's what I feel like when I look at this card. So that is all just from an illustration that Kazuki Minami has illustrated, and they've done a really good job, right? So they've evoked some kind of feelings, stuff out of me, memories, right? I'm thinking about more than just like pretty picture. When I look at the Rayquaza, I'm just like, Mega Rayquaza, and that's it. Like, it starts and ends there. So I don't think it's the best use of their skill set. And that always comes down to commission with Creatures Inc. as well. So it's not like Kazuki Minami decided like, I just want to draw a fancy card. And that's it. Like, Creatures commission would have been, this is the pose, this is the setting, positioning, we want something like this. Come back to us. This is their first sketch. All right, looks good. Change these details. The hand should look like this. The wings should look like this. Blah, 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 blah. Goes through 3 or 4 or 5 revisions. Done. But they get a brief directly from Creatures. So there's not a whole lot the artist can do when Creatures is saying, make it look like this. I always wonder how much of it is due to the artist and how much is TBC direction. I've always wanted to know this too. It's really difficult to find and understand that specifically. I will share more with you one day, Inza. I know some to an extent. Maybe because they use green and yellow, which blends together instead of complementary colors to make Ray stand out more. I mean, having looked at the other cards, like the Groudon and the Kyogre in this set, I think the intent was to make these cards sort of mesh into the stadium cards. So, again, highly limited. I feel like the artists have been very limited by what they can do with these cards. It's just boring. Damn, you spin them. 6.5 for me. 8 out of 10 Ray, it's awesome. Like, the Blue Sky Stream Rayquaza V is, like, better than this card. That's probably one of the best Rayquaza cards, period. Yeah, and the background is very busy. Like, I don't like these busy background SARs. Like, they just don't do it for me. Busy background is good when the Pokemon makes sense. Like, a good busy background is like Mega Lucario. There's a lot going on in that card. It's busy. There's a lot of Pokemon, but it works. That's a good card. I feel like this would be better as a shiny, and it's so blinged out with all the gold. Mega Ray normal should have more ominous vibe, maybe. This is like the second this is like, I don't know, Mega Darkrai, I didn't like that. This one didn't like, I don't like this. I'm not liking the new SARs. Like, there's not a whole lot of fucking drive for me to chase them outside of them being like hard to get, and from the completionist point of view. A Giratina V alt has a busy background, but since it's Shinji Kanda, it's goated. Well, see, the thing with Giratina V is that it's meant to be busy. It's meant to be distorted. It's meant to make you feel uncomfortable. It's meant to be non-typical. So it works. Because it's Giratina. So that works. As for the price, like, I mean, there's not a whole lot to talk about when it comes to the prices for this set. This is more so you guys know what's going on, and we have like a record of it. It's nice to have a record of the prices as they inevitably drop. But yeah, plus 1,000 AU or close to 1,000 AU for this is crazy work. Crazy work. bound to drop, but ooh, I don't know. The least likely to drop out of all the cards in this set. I sent eBay sales data on Discord. So I usually, I mean, I try not to look at the Discord too much when I'm streaming. Is that AU or US? Light. Sorry. I'm assuming that's AU. US? What the fuck? So it's selling for 850 USD. That's so crazy. But I mean, the people that are buying this are trying to get the first PSA 10. So that's the other thing at the moment that's driving a lot of these prices up, is that the first day 1 to day 3, there are people actually buying at these crazy prices because they're trying to get the card as early as possible to submit to PSA, to be first to market on the PSA 10, to make the most from the PSA 10 sale. Because the PSA 10s will inevitably drop in price as time goes on. And then you have the added benefit, I don't know how upcharges and upgrading works with PSA, when a set has just come out and there's no established price for a list for a PSA card. And I hope someone here can maybe shed some light on how this works. But I feel like graders get a better price grading cards that don't have established PSA 10 sales when they're the first, which means your overheads or like your expenses to grade the card are lower, so you make a better profit. So not only do you benefit from being first to market with the PSA 10, you also pay the lowest amount of upcharges, the lowest possible upcharge price. Well, upcharges are based on market price of the PSA 10 card, right? So if there's like a fucking crazy PSA 10 sale, then you get upcharged based on that. But if you're the first and there's no market, there's no sales of the PSA 10s yet, they just upcharge you based on the raw price, right? So then do PSA just pull the upcharge price out of their asshole at that point? Is that actually what happens? PSA just fucking literally make it up? That's so funny. Even if bulk was open, people would be submitting this at regular to be fast, so they likely wouldn't be upcharges. Gotcha. Okay. But let's say you get this as a black label BGS, you're fucking walking away with like, I don't know, 20 grand? Because that's what happened with the Mega Charizard, right? Didn't it sell for like, as a black label, didn't it sell for like 15,000 US or something? Am I just doing a PSA and pulling numbers out of my ass now? Even if bulk was open, people would be submitting this at regular. I literally just read that, and then I read it again, like I never read it. And I got 7 hours sleep last night too. That's crazy. Guys are washed. Yeah, anyway, that's how I feel about that. I'm in love with that. Did I talk about the PSA lawsuit? No, because I don't know a whole lot about what's going on about that. I saw some headline about how they're getting sued because the first ever PSA graded card was like altered and had a sale and whatever. And then I think I saw somebody in the Discord talking about how there's like a class action against them. But I don't know a whole lot about that, and I don't want to like talk too much about it because PSA can be really fucky with how you speak about them on social media, and I just can't be bothered catching a charge at the moment. Not to disregard what you're saying, it's just they're really weird. Like this one time I went to PSA and I literally walked through the facility and I was there filming stuff, and then they were like, yeah, so if you want to make this video, sign this NDA, and then we have to review the video before you make it. And I was like, cool, I can totally imagine how that's going to work. And then all this stuff happened with like, I don't know if you guys remember when PSA tried to get like Java Akuma to take down his video and stuff. And they always get like really upset when people criticize them. I think the other guy, what was the other guy's name? Shiny Vert. I think Shiny Vert was like talking shit. I don't know if it was about PSA or CGC, and then they like sent him like cease and desist and shit. And I was like, kind of not worth it. The plaintiff is from Baltimore, so they're going to lose anyway. That's kind of funny. Vert was CGC. There you go. Thank you for the fact checking. CGC blocked Vert. That's so funny. I mean, it's not funny. It's fucking terrible. As objectively, it's funny if you zoom out. You know what I'm saying? It's not funny what happened. But if you zoom out, it's like funny that they did that. It's probably not funny, period. Grow up, Julian. Okay. This card, I think, is fantastic. So I think this is probably the best looking card from the set. My take. One of the best looking cards. The Groudon and the Kyogre art rares look really nice, right? But this is awesome. This is probably my favorite card from the set. By far. And I'm so glad that this is not the chase and the set isn't called fucking Lightning Raikou or like Lightning Bolt or like Thunderous Lightning or like Thunderstrike or like Thunder fucking Power Slash. Because if it was and Raikou was the cover Pokemon, then this card would be like $1 bajillion. But because it's not the cover Pokemon, it's much cheaper. 16,800 yen. This will get cheaper, 100%. So I'm just going to wait. But this is an awesome, awesome card. Like, so much more going on. Now, I think this is quite a busy card as well, but it makes sense. And I think this is a great example of like how important it is to have either motion in the card or an action or like direction and drive, not just like whether they're facing left or right, or like a story, okay? Because Mega Ray is just like, Mega Ray, a Mega Ray, motherfucker. Whereas Raikou's like Raikou's like, I'm going somewhere, like I'm moving and I've come from, you know, that mountain, that mountain, that mountain. It's almost like it's almost like Raikou is like pouncing from peak to peak to peak, from spire to spire to spire, right? And you can see that from that spire, this spire, this spire, this spire, and they're progressively coming closer because they're larger. And so you get to this one, which is where you're at, and Raikou is like straight up like, doof. And then there's all the lightning coming out, and you can say the lightning is like quite busy as well, but it's coming from something because Raikou is like fucking going so fast and riding the lightning that it's like, holy shit, is it lightning or is it Raikou? I don't know, but it's coming and it's here and it's hitting and there's impact. There's like an impact frame. And I think of Johto and I think of Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and I'm feeling some stuff, you know? I don't know where this is. Like, I don't know where this actually is, where this mountain is, but I'm there. I'm here. And then on top of that, it's a great depiction of Raikou. It actually quite reminds me of this. I get the vibe. Oh, you guys kind of turn around and pointing. You know, it reminds me of the illustration by Arita from Heart Gold, Soul Silver era. Yeah, which is probably why you're saying it gets those vibes, Robbie Yan. Like, it reminds me of that. Okay, so I just think it's a much better card. This one is by Oku. So we can have a look at some of their other cards. Oh, they drew that Chi-Yu that I think is like super fucky. Oh, wait. We were speaking about Oku the other day because we were going through Black Bolt, White Flare. Right. So they did the Pawniard. That's right. We were speaking about them the other day. And the Bisharp. Or the B-Sharp. So they have history of drawing bangers. Like, this was a banger card. Again, like you can see these two are either in battle or it's a reflection of how fast Scizor is moving, that their silhouette or their shadow or like their form is like in the background. And it's all red. Yeah, I like this too, that it's all one color, Venoming. Same with the Golisopod. Cool card. I don't like this Pokemon at all, but I think this is a great card. It's a really, really good card. I think the artist just carries this card. This is probably the best depiction of Golisopod I've ever personally seen. I think it's my favorite. We were talking about this as well, the Scolipede. I like this card too. They're all really good. All really good cards. Oh, I like this. Okay, I like the scan that JP's got. This makes it look way better. This is to Sepia. Although I don't dislike the Sepia, I think I like this better. This is a tough one because I actually quite like the sepia that this is presenting as, but I don't know which one it is. I don't know whether there's a lot of sepia or there isn't. I think eBay, Pokemon JP or Card Rush. Which one? Honestly, I don't mind either. Like, I like this one that is a bit more distinct and Raiko's a bit more featured. It stands out a little bit more. But I also don't mind the sepia one where it's blended into the entire card and it feels more saturated. I like both. I don't know where I land. I feel like I'm leaning towards this version of the scan. I think Pokemon is too blue and Card Rush is too sepia. Okay, so it's probably somewhere in the middle. I feel like if it's in the middle, then that's probably the best middle, like that's the best place to land. The correct colors are from the darker left card. Okay. Yeah, but this definitely does feel a little bit too blue as well. So, okay, interesting. Because like the lightning energy
Pussio,
looks a little bit
My
too
Little
dark.
Pickle, kombucha. These nuts. Have
But
a
yeah,
nice
I
day.
think if this hits like 7,000, 5,000 or 7,000 yen, I'm going to get a couple of copies. I wouldn't mind having like a spread of these, like 3 cards. Obviously a page would be fucking awesome, but having a row would be cool. Blendy, thank you for the 48 months of Prime. He's priming. Thank you. So many primers today. Thank you everybody for your primes. I appreciate it. 48 months of Prime. Legend. That is a clean 4 years. Thank you, boss. It's been on and off because he stopped giving me his Prime because I stopped streaming, but I fuck with it. Dude, everybody's priming. Wait, never mind. Looking at Makari, the right color is in between. Yeah, that's what Dunwan was saying. But yeah, I feel like, yeah, I'll probably jump in on this at about 4,000 to 6,000 yen because I don't know. I don't see it getting much cheaper than 4,000 yen. For like, if you want to understand my reasoning and why I'm like saying like these super low prices,
Is this fixed?
Look at like Black Bolt or White Flare, right? So you got SV11. And it's just disgustingly fucking crazy. It's crazy how cheap the other cards in this set are that aren't Zekrom or Reshiram. Like the second you move past these like popular chasers, like it's insane. Kyurem is like what? Barely 5,000 yen. Hydreigon is up there. But then like Genesect, which was very playable, Superior, Caldio, these were much cheaper for a period.
Pussio, My Little Pickle, kombucha.
The Jellicent, Meloetta. Where's the Buffalon?
Nice
Buffalon is like a dirt cheap card. Dude, Whimsicott, 2,000 yen? It's crazy. Dude, Buffalon felt like... Look how good this card is.
Streams, but
Who
I
just subbed?
understand
Pseudo
the
Zara.
current market it's
Pseudo Zara,
fucked
thank you
to
for the
do.
sub. Thank you for the Prime. Another Primer. You're a legend. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the support. 45 months. Nearly 4 years, King. Thank you. Thank you for 45 months. Practically 4 years of support. Like, this is an objectively awesome looking card. And it's 2,000 yen, which is just crazy. Wild stuff. So, these like... Will Raikou get to that level? Probably not, but it's going to be the second... It's going to be the third chase of the set. But I feel like it's going to get to like what was is it M3? Was that the set that had the Oricorio in it? Pretty sure it is. Or was it M4? M2. Sorry guys, M2. So I'm so sorry, so sorry. I want to get the Mega Dream shit. He says. Yeah, I feel like it's going to land around about... I mean, Inzo was saying that it's 4 to 6k on... Or that it's 6 to 8k on Makari. Or was that Inzo or Asteri? Someone was saying that. But, like, Oricorio is a nice Pokemon. It's not a very popular Pokemon. The card is moderate, like, relatively playable. But it's a Shinji Kanda illustration, and it's 5,000 yen, 5,500 yen, and there's fucking 159 of it in stock. So there's not a whole lot of demand for it, despite it being a very nice card and a famous artist or a popular artist amongst collectors. So I totally see Storm Emerald following suit for mons like that. Have the prices changed? Let's hit F5. Nope, they're the same. All right. Zinnia. This is a very, very nice card. It's by Tezidor. So I didn't actually look at the leaks before it came out. I know people say, I mean, look, I saw some of them. I didn't look at all of them. I saw the Ray, and there was another one, and I laughed. Can't remember which one it was. But I didn't see this one. So this is my first time seeing this. And I didn't know that it was by Tezidor. So it's a pick it up for sure, 100% card because it's Tezidor. It's a very, very good SAR trainer card. It's a very good depiction of Zinnia. I think Zinnia is probably one of the coolest trainers. This is really good. There's not really much more to say. The SAR trainers are kind of weird. The SAR trainers don't really do a whole lot. Like, they don't really tell a whole lot of a story. They're just extra detailed illustrations of trainers. So if you like collecting trainers, they're good. Because you get two versions of the trainer card. Whereas in the past, there was just the one. So chasing trainers was a little bit different. If you liked trainers, it was fun. Depending on who drew it, and who drew it, and it was usually like Naoki Saito, Kirisaki, I don't know, Your Irabi, Anesaka Dynamic. Did they do a lot of trainers? I feel like I'm just laughing at this point. That was like the go-to for trainers. Now with the SAR trainers, we get a lot of variety in the artists that depict them. So it's kind of cool. If you're an artist collector, you get an extra kind of variant of card to add to your binder for your artist. But also because there's so many different artists drawing the trainers, you get so many different depictions of them. So I think SAR trainers are a very fun addition. Early SV era supporter SARs are still better than. It depends. Like I'm struggling to remember many SAR supporters outside of Miriam. Iono. I mean, Arvin was really good. Turo was really good. Who else we got? What was the other? Dendra was okay. Dendra was okay. Grusha was good. I think Grusha was really good. Erica was alright. Erica was okay. Carmine and Kieran were really good. Carmine is probably one of the best. Kieran, actually, I think Kieran is probably the best. Kieran is probably the best. Clive? Like, Clive was... Alright, Clive is like aging... Clive is aging pretty good. We unsub, we leave, we wait for bro to learn. That's crazy, but also kind of funny. Clive SAR does look like a mobile game. Where is my Kieran? I really hope I own Kieran. I've got Carmine, but I don't know where the fuck is Kieran. Yeah, I mean this card's aging pretty well. Like, this card's getting better as time goes on. It does look... It's a Habbo Hotel looking card, but... It's good. Parasol 80 is good. I think Kieran is in this binder, but I don't think they are at the same time. Actually, this is a fucking Salvatore. This is a good card. This is one of the best. It's I wish that Tetsukayama got a better trainer, but I fuck with this card so hard. I love it. I hate that card because I got 4 of them out of my 6 boxes, but it's so good. It is a really good card. One of the only trainers I picked up. Interesting. You're quite the interesting person, young bull. Quite interesting taste. Like I wouldn't have, if you said guess which trainer card I've picked up, and I don't collect trainer cards, I would not have said Salvatore. No, never would I've ever guessed. Never ever. Ethan. Can't remember. What would I have said? I don't know. I actually don't know. I would say I don't know, and then I wouldn't guess. Kieran, Licia, I don't own it, and it's all right. It's okay. Dude, if I don't have a Kieran, I'm gonna crash out. I actually don't think I own it. I definitely bought it. Nah, I'm not gonna do you like that. I wasn't gonna say like a pervy card or anything. I gotta get another binder. Hang on. Dude, the side quests are insane. Where is Kieran? Have I shown you guys this? This is my 151 like waiting room. I haven't actually finished the 151 binder or like done it in Japanese, but this is like the waiting room. Well, then it like changes to this. This is like this binder is like a waiting room for a whole bunch of other cards. This is a Portuguese jungle pack that I was gifted, and I fucking love this because I opened the pack and I got Nidoqueen, so I was pretty happy with that. I don't know where the Kieran is. I'm not gonna lie. No, I don't have it. I thought I had an Erica in English. I do. Is this worth anything? Because I don't really care about this card. Is it like, because you guys are saying, this is the best, this is the best. I don't give a fuck about this card. 30 bucks? Crazy. Put the prices back in Pokemon cards. Alright, well, I don't know where my Kieran is, and maybe I don't even own it, so that's disgusting, but we'll fix that maybe after stream. Hopefully I can find a cheap copy on Australian eBay. Anyway, this is a nice card. I digress. Blendy's going to have a great time editing this, but it's cool. Like, it gives you Sky Pillar vibes. It gives you, Alpha Ruby Omega Sapphire vibes. Like, it gives you Gen 3. This is a shame with this set is that they just didn't go like full Gen 3 on it and make it like a Black Bolt, White Flare kind of binder, kind of set. and like fully lean into it and have it just be Gen 3 Pokemon. I don't know why. They literally hit like a great idea, did it once, and then never did it again, which is just insane. Anyway, 9,480 yen. I reckon this will get to like, I don't know, 3,000, 4,000 yen. Isn't the next set Gen 3? Is it? You tell me. The English set's Delta Rain, but I don't know what else. I don't know what the next what are the trademarked Japanese sets after Storm Emeralda? I cannot remember off the top of my head. I know that the high class set for this year is like Mega fucking something. Mega Wish. I don't know. Mega Aura Seeker. What's that going to be? Lucario? They already did him. Lucario Z? They already did him. How can... That's what I'm saying. Like, Raichu YZ set. What? Come on, man. Come on, man. I don't know. I feel like this card probably gets to 4,000 yen, maybe 3,000, 5,000 yen, somewhere around about that ballpark, maybe even less. Don't see there being a lot of hype. Honestly, the way I see it, like the TLDR, if you're watching the YouTube video, the apps here, sub to the apps channel, come and watch the live streams here at twitch.tv/OKJLUV. I think the short and skinny is that these will end up being about 60% cheaper. So this will probably get to like 4,000 yen. This will probably get to like 5,000, 7,000 yen, somewhere around there. You know, this probably gets to like realistically 70,000 to 50,000 to 70,000 yen. It all just depends on how hard this falls and how much interest drops off on this. And actually, really interesting thing to think about as well. Like this that we spoke about at the start of stream might actually indirectly impact the prices on this set. Because if this becomes the meta, then the international box price, in theory, should lower as more people learn about this method, which is probably why it's quite important that we keep making videos like this and talking about this stuff so that more people are aware that they're getting like their pants pulled down and their butt spanked, like whip, like they're spanking the hell out of it when they're paying these prices. They know, like, you are being exploited. You are being exploited. You are being exploited. Like, these people are laughing at you. They are making thousands and thousands of dollars off of you. You know what I'm saying? The more people that are aware of this, the more people that are less likely to pay these stupid prices, the further these prices will drop. It's all just about spreading that information and getting it in front of people. So tell a friend, share the video, share the stream, get people to understand and learn about this. Can I get Groudon and Kyogre for sub 1k yen? Not yet, but I reckon soon. Soon. Not long. All right. Of the 4 cards we've looked at, 2 are really good. This is, I mean, what can I say? I don't know. You get this and you're pissed off. It's fine. It's better than what they used to be, but I still think they just need to abolish these cards. I still think it would be better that you get... I feel like it would be better that you got no hit rather than this hit. And then you were pissed off. Like, it's better if you get no full art slop cards. I reckon it's just better that your box doesn't have a hit. Instead of you get a hit, but it's this. But that's just my opinion. It's absolutely, unequivocally not similar to the SAR. Let's be serious, Bionicle. I'm sorry. Not to be disrespectful, but that is a crazy ass take. It's absolutely not comparable. Is it better than the SAR? Again, just stop fucking talking bullshit. Come on, man. Let's be serious. I know we all want to take our little stabs at TPCI and, you know, creatures with our unhappiness and our discontent, but come on, guys. Can we be serious? It's not better than this. Come on. Try again. Rubber, Bionicle, come on. Try again. Do you really believe that? Do you really believe that the full art is better than this? No, but this not being like as good as it can be does not mean that it's bad and that the full art slop cards are better. Come on. Coping? Are you serious? I'm gonna fight all my viewers, even you who dropped gifted, Sacred Ice. You will also become my enemy. That's so crazy. Dude, that is such a fire idea. I would rather you don't get a full art, they get rid of full arts entirely, and you get a 4th art rare. Yes, I am all about that. That is such a good idea. That is a much better idea. SAI is better, no contest. CGI slop is trash. These just, like, they had potential to be really good, and then they just didn't do anything with them. Like, they didn't really like go any further. They're better than they've ever looked, but I feel like, I mean, it always comes back to these cards, right? At the end of the day, it always comes back to this. At the end of the day, it just always comes back to this. Like, this should be the standard for these cards. If they made these cards closer to this, we'd be in a much better place. Like, I wouldn't feel so bad about hitting a full art if it looked like this. Would I still be a little bit sad that it wasn't a special art? Sure. But this is like a great middle ground. Is this in a good condition? It's pretty good condition. It's a good buying a copy. Yep. I used to own that fire card. Are you calling this card fire? And like, these are all sick. I always pull this binder out to show these off, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the Mega Darkrai looks like in Abyss Eye. The full art version of it. I haven't even looked at it because I was like, whatever. But like, this surely clears it. Like 100% clears it. So, you know, cards like this, they don't hold a candle, you know? Mega Darkrai's got a green background. What were they cooking? I can only imagine what that looks like. There's no way anybody in their right mind is spending 8,000 on this card. This is a fake price. This is a fake, unreal price. Not real. No one is spending this much money. This is not real. I refuse to believe it. If you walked into Card Rush or Dragon Star or any card store today and you spent 8,000 yen on this card, I would laugh in your face. I would ridicule you. I would mock you. I would make so much fun of you. I would make you cry. I would bully you so hard that you cried. And then I would find you the next day and I would do it all again for 4 days straight. I would make it my sole directive to bully you and make you feel bad. I would not physically abuse you, but I would make fun of you a lot. Calvin, you? Really? You did not buy this? If you did, send me your full name, your date of birth, your address, your social security number. I will fly there in 3 days and I will start making fun of you for 4 days. There's no way you bought this, Calvin. I'm sorry. You did not. Don't lie. New rule. Rule number 10 in this stream. Don't lie. We don't like liars. We like bullies, but we don't like liars. Well, I skipped ahead to the Kyogre. Okay. This is a good card. A lot of the art rares in this set, really, really good. This, like... Is it, like, the best? Is it the best card ever? No. Is it good? Yes, it's good. Because at least you know where it is. At least it makes sense, you know? They're riding a wave. I don't know if that's a thing that, like, beasts do. Do, like, whales do that? Do whales ride waves? Kyogre, I'm sure, in the lore, rides waves at some point. Do whales actually ride waves though? This is really good. I like this a lot. And it also is good that they include the Groudon and the Kyogre as well. It's just really weird that they didn't include and make it a Soul Gen 3 set. It's so weird. Nurikabe. Oh, Nurikabe has illustrated one of the Gen 3 legendaries already with the Groudon. There you go. Interesting. Oh, we were speaking about them the other day because we were talking about, well, they've drawn in Black Bolt, White Flare. Oh, they did Druddigan. They've done the Ferroseed, but we haven't got that far in that binder, have we? To speak about their art rare. It's a nice card. Oh yeah, Art of Pokemon scans are very blue, for sure. It's really good. This is a really good card. Is it going to be 2,780 yen for a long period? No, I don't think so. Probably lands closer to like 1,000, 1,000, 1,200 yen, somewhere around there. But like, this is just a testament to how good art rares are, where like, if you hit this card, you would be so happy. It is it's a cool Pokemon, so hitting it is cool. But then it's also a really good illustration as well, so you're just stoked. It's the kind of card I hope would be like really cheap, so that if you had a Gen 3 themed binder or something, you could do like a binder page of it. Hello, Pyro. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Same artist as the Groudon from Raging. Oh, you already caught it. Look at you. You know everything, Rubber Yam. You do know everything. We did skip ahead there. But we've got another Golisopod, and it's just not as good, is it? It's just not as good. The artist-specific card website, this is Art of Pokemon, which I use as much as I possibly can without forgetting for all of the... whenever I'm looking for an artist or their portfolio of all the different cards they've drawn. Art of Pokemon JP. You are very cultured, Mr. JLove. Why, thank you. I appreciate that. So kind. Not really. I'm just obsessed with stupid things that I just am stupidly obsessed with stuff. But thank you for the Josh. It's very kind. I should just learn to take a compliment, shouldn't I? Thank you. You're so kind. You're so nice. See, now I sound condescending. I should learn to just take a compliment, shouldn't I? Yeah, I don't like this. It's just, I just don't like it. It's not doing it for me. Which is crazy because this is by Nagimiso. And I usually, with like every Nagimiso card as well, I'm usually like, I'm borderline artist apologist, where like an artist I really like could draw an objectively, or like could draw a generally perceived boring card by most of the collectors base. And I'll be like, nah, there's still good reasons to like it. Nah, for me, I'm just like, damn. But like Golisopod is a difficult Pokemon to like work with. Like, when you think about it, more credit to Oku for their Golisopod and why it's so good. Like, I feel like Golisopod in action is just not the best way to portray Golisopod. It's not it. You know what I mean? Like, ominous and like weird is better. Like, this is just a better way to draw Golisopod. Like, you don't have to draw it looking like all action-like and cool-like. No, this is like 10-year-old version of... This is like a 10-year-old thinks this is cool, and this is like cultured and mature people think this is cool. You know what I mean? And it's such a weird Pokemon to put in a race set. I mean, this is the problem with the mega. This is the issue with the megas, right? And them wanting to give every mega a card is that they then have to do this, where like the cards have no synergy, the sets have no synergy, and everything's all over the place. Like they're forced into a corner where they have to just have the sets be a mesh of different Pokemon that don't fit together organically. But since it's the mega, it should be in combat, the regular one in their normal environments. Oh, you reckon? You reckon that's the angle? Well, that is like an insanely good point. Dude, dude. You could be chatter of the fucking year with that call. Dude, he may actually know. This guy's locked in. Nicholas is actually locked in. I don't agree with it, but I understand it. I get it. I get it now. You know what I mean? I get it now. What about Mega Golurk? Okay. Well, we're going to move on because there's not a whole lot I want to say here outside of I'm kind of disappointed that it wasn't like an amazing Nagimiso card. Have they been a miss? I don't know. Like, this is good. It's alright. Like, it's good. It's okay. This is good. Like, this is really cool. I like these a lot. We didn't speak about these on stream, but I do like these, like, fused stadium cards. So this is just good. Like, they've done well here. Now give me a song. I know that people really don't care about this Mega M-Ball. I like this. But this is the apologist in me, you know, coming out now. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the you know, I'm accepting that it's not that great, but because my favorite or like an artist I really like drew it, I'm trying to like soften the blow, you know what I mean? I'm trying to like I'm coping, you know what I'm saying? Their Mega Scrafty's good. Yeah, this is good. This is probably their last really, really good card. This is probably their best card since these three, which were good. And then it's kind of like, okay. They were absent for a while as well. Like, not absent, but they didn't get like peak cards for a while after being like very prolific through Sun and Moon period. This is really good by them. It's funny how cheap this card is, isn't it? Yeah. Doesn't do it for me. Okay, so then what about the Golurk then? Okay. So that is very true. Golurk is going to be such a cheap card. I'm not a big Golurk fan. But yeah, they're not really in battle, are they? Or are they like approaching battle? Are they post-battle? There's like battle elements to it. Lorcana R card is a crazy pull. That is a crazy thing to say. I kind of see it though. I kind of see it. Dude, how crazy is it that Lorcana like popped off again? It doesn't even make sense. That is a confusing card game. In respect to how many different cards and sets there are. Hey, what's up, Dark Ray? Dude, it must be late or early for you. What the hell? Disney adults, true? Yeah, I mean, I don't mind this. This is like more of a reason to not open up this set because all the like a lot of the cards like that's gonna like Golurk's gonna be like 1,000 yen. Galistopod's there's no way that stays around there. That'll be like fucking 800 yen. Zinnia is probably going to get to like 4,000 yen. Raikou is probably going to get to 7,000 yen. And then at that point, like, you're never going to fucking get this card unless you have a lot of disposable income or you love gambling, and you're an addict and you can afford it. So just come to terms with it. I just accept it. I'm not willing to spend that much. I could if I wanted to, but it would just be like, cool, minus fucking $1,000 this month for no reason. That's going to make life a little bit more annoying and hard. And that's basically all my Pokemon card spending for fucking the next month or two, really. If I got to be responsible. So I just accept it. I'm like, I'm not getting this card. Fine. Unless I rip it and I'm like, it's super lucky. But I can get the rest of the set. It's probably part of why artist collecting has become so prevalent these days, is because it's the only way to still feel satisfied and like you're working towards something, because master sets feel so unrealistic to achieve now. Hello, Bren. My box from a lottery is delayed because of the earthquake. That's a shame, but also the earthquake was pretty bad. So just gotta deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Low-key kind of scary. To me, it looks like Golurk is exploring an abandoned temple or something, mayhaps where it came from, to add story. Yeah, I mean, in terms of like story meaning, I think this is a better card than the Rayquaza, but obviously it's Golurk, so it's not as popular as Rayquaza. But I mean, that's kind of what you like. What you're getting from Golurk is what I'm expecting anyway from SARs. Like, I want something more than just cool Pokemon illustration. You know what I mean? Like, I want there to be more than that. You know what I mean? I don't want it to just be, oh, like, rawr, crazy Pokemon, rawr, you know? We were looking at Golurk. This one is by Takashi Nakamura. Some other cards that they have drawn, I pulled it up on this browser here. Delibird, nice card. This is a good art rare. Simple. I don't know if we were speaking about them recently. I don't think they were, because they did not do any work for Black Bolt, White Flare. Their SV. No, they did. They did the Caracosta. Well, there you go. Not the most prolific artist, although they did do the Beware, which everyone turned to the sexual assault card with the Bonsley, but whatever. It's not that big of a deal. But now that card is like known as like the fucking sussy card. Their Iron Moth is really nice, actually. Some of their cards look like AI, or AI has been modeled off of some of their artwork. It's the issue with it's not an issue, but it's a shame that if you're an artist that has this art style, now people associate your cards and illustrations with AI. I think it's just got to do with any card that has like, that feels like it's has like strong digital illustration components to it, and like glow and lighting. Any card that uses lighting to like develop and portray 3D elements of a Pokemon or thing or object, which a lot of these cards do. They don't really rely so much on shading, although there is shading here. I feel like a lot of these cards rely on lighting. But they're not that clean. That's the thing. Like, the more you look at these cards, like, the actual texturing is not that clean. It's not all like it's. I feel confident in saying that this is digital art, but it doesn't feel too clean, like shiny clean, like AI usually does. This is really good. Yeah, the colors on this are really good. The holo on this is nice. This is a good card, and I mean, like, I'm a Volcarona like fucking fanboy, so of course I fuck with this card. What site can you check the prices on? I'm using Card Rush at the moment just because it's like a good baseline. It's not, like I said at the start of the stream, it's not like 100% what the prices are on the ground in Japan, but it's a good it's like a baseline. You probably chop off like 80. It's like 80 to 90% in store prices, but it's constantly shifting, especially with card stores only just being open for about an hour or two today in Japan right now. So. This is a nice card. It's not like my favorite because it's not my favorite Pokemon, but it'll be cheap as hell. This I really like. This is probably one of my favorite art rares from the set. Ooh, I didn't know it was Ryota Murayama. There you go. That makes sense. This is good. This is really good. Setting makes sense. The pose is good. I like the lava fucking flowing onto them as well, like dripping down onto their back. This is really good. This actually, okay, so then looking at this, I literally was thinking about when I first played Pokemon Ruby and like where I was as a child or as like a kid. I was a teenager when I played it. This actually takes me back. I literally just, not core memory, but I am thinking about when I was playing it and like remembering when I was playing this when I was that, like for the first time, which is crazy. This gives like first time you encounter Groudon. This is really good. I like this over the other Groudon by Nurikabe. Yeah, I like, this is better than Nurikabe's Groudon too. In my opinion. Yeah, I think this is much better. I like how Kyogre and Groudon are facing each other. Sadly, the Ray not able to fit in well with them. I've seen the people trying to like connect these to the stadium cards, which kind of does make sense. It's not like a perfect fit, but I think that's the setting. Like they're meant to be in those settings for the two stadium cards that connect to each other. There's 3 different stadium cards. Some parts will be cheap, some expensive. Oh, dude, nah, but Bran, you can't deny that like all these cards are going to be way cheaper in like 2 or 3 weeks. 100%. There's no way they stay this high. No way. Like Kecleon might see a pump because everyone's like, oh my god, Tomokazu Komiya. But the Kecleon is probably the one to watch. And we'll speak about that in a second. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why they didn't just go the whole way with this set. Ryota Murayama has drawn bangers for years. So Ryota Murayama is like a goated artist. Rarely misses. Rarely misses. Not their first rodeo with Groudon either. So this is their second Groudon. Or is it their third? Have they drawn another one? Nah. Second Groudon. I would say it's better than this one, but... Hey, and you know what? Ryota Murayama illustrated this as well. Well, they drew this. So this is like technically their third rodeo. They know their Kyogre and Groudon well, Ryota Murayama. Love that poster? Me too. I wish I had more of them, but they got really hard and annoying to buy, and I could not justify spending all that money on them. But hey, I'd love to meet Pokemon JP and see his collection in person because I know he's got a lot of them. Yeah, dude, Ryota Murayama is a heater illustrator. Just drawing bangers for days, non-stop. Always drawing bangers. This is a great card too. This was underrated for so long. People are like wisening up to how good this card is. Great card. They've drawn Charizard plenty. They've drawn the Mew. Great card. Which side am I on? Ruby or Sapphire? Ruby. I'm a Ruby man. But that's because Ruby was my first Gen 3 game. Like, I got Ruby first, so. And then I got Emerald. Good night, Segredos. Thank you again for all the gifted. You're too kind. Appreciate you. I A-word you. Have a good sleep. So these are really good. I mean, I think these are better. I think the Kyogre and the Groudon are better than the Mega Rayquaza. And like I said, it's not a diss, but I just don't think it's the best utilization of their talent. I think it's an awkward commission. This is nice. I mean, it's always nice to get more Zinnia. Ghidorah. It's so weird how like Ghidorah's Dendra is so different to this. And that's got to come down to direction. Well, for sure. Because Dendra was an SAR. This is just a SR full art trainer. And so those have a consistent style where they're meant to look like this. Thick black outlines. They have more of an anime vibe and they have like a consistent art style to them, even though they're often illustrated by different trainers. This Zinnia, in my opinion, is just worse than the regular art. That's so crazy. I've not seen the regular art. SR trainers all look really similar now regardless of artist. And I think that's art direction from creatures. I mean, it almost certainly is art direction from creatures. There's no way they will incorporate Lego. No. Yeah, I mean, it's not the SAR, so it's always going to be cheaper. 2,000 yen probably gets down to like 1,000 yen, 800 yen, you know. The SR trainer, like full art trainer, hype train is well and truly dead. No signs of that picking up again anytime soon. How does Zinnia come from Higana? Thinking. Can't see it. Type of flower. Ah. Interesting. There you go. I'm like scanning different words like fang, wind, thinking like themes of like dragons. Like, nope, can't think of any association or type of word, but that makes sense. Type of flower. There you go. Interesting. Oh, they drew the Mega Zeraora. I mean, I just don't like Zeraora as a mon, so they've done a few cards recently though. AZ's good. This is nice. This is funny because there's a consistency between full art trainer art styles, and these are both just SR full art trainers. But this is close. This is more akin to an SAR than this is. But AZ's SAR is like definitely an SAR. Like this is more akin to a contemporary standard full art trainer, Grimsley, right? But like it's a huge departure from Dendra, right? Where it's just like a radically different style. But that's probably because creatures gave them way more liberty with this, you know? Zinnia is also a flower in English. There you go. Zinnia, it is too. I know that. There you go. It's based on it being a flower. There you go. He's too tall to fit the regular SR mold. True. Oh, dude, they did the Raihan SAR as well. This is a banger card. This is a good card. We didn't speak about this before. This is a good card. Oh, that's right. That was their first card. I remember this. Oh, that's right. I remember now. Ghidorah loves dogs. I'm pretty sure. I'm not going to say it. They love dogs. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Yes, that's right. Charizard, I remember this as well. I'm pretty sure I made a video talking about this. No, you cannot say it, Robbie N. You can just, that's it, just leave it at that. Oh, dude. They drew this as well. I forgot. Thank you, Bran, I guess. Dude, Bran, you're like the king of humble bragging. I hope you know that, right? You are a big humble, you're a humble bragger guy. That's what you do. You come in the stream, you start humble bragging. Do you want to keep going? What else you got? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've picked this up yet, but I probably should ASAP because I feel like SV era SARs are going to get tough to find. Dude, I forgot a lot of the cards Ghidorah illustrated. I know everyone hates this card. Well, they don't like it because they feel like Pikachu's SAR should be better. Yeah, I mean, the Zinnia's okay. It's fine. It's just a full art. You don't give me attention. That's why. Dude, why are you being attention seeker in stream? Just chill. Just hang out. It's fine. Okay. After that, it kind of cools off and the cards become a bit more like whatever. I do have my favorites. Obviously, this is a nice looking card. Like, this is a really fun Kamiya card. I feel like this is probably I don't want to say return to form, but I want to say this is probably the most expressive I've seen Kamiya for some time, where it really feels like they got a lot more creative liberty than they usually do. It's not as dark, like it's not dark at all. But it's definitely funny. It's low-key kind of got like, yeah, it's like low-key kind of freaky. And that's why I think that's the intent, right? It's a good card. I think this is a really good depiction and fun depiction of a Pokemon. Of a Kecleon just being like, just living their best life. You know what I mean? Like carefree, relaxing, and just absolutely wilding. It's fun. I don't think anybody else could draw Kecleon in this way. Not in the sense of like, oh, it's so wacky in the colors and it's like abstract, and but more so to be like, I think I'll draw Kecleon arching back, hanging from a vine, almost like, you know, they're on a pole, tongue out. Why? I don't know why it's out, but licking God knows what in the middle of nowhere, and the flowers are super abstract and it's so like bright and distorted. I don't think any artist could put them in this pose, or would think to put them in this pose together with all the other parts that make it, you know, a Kamiya card. I don't know why, Bren, you got auto modded. I don't know what it flagged it as. Held a message for region. Smart detection. Beta. Allow will post it to chat. Why? Why did that get banned? That's actually funny. Did auto mod hold your chat because it thinks you're attention seeking, so it held it? That's funny, even so, because it's actually low-key kind of funny. Okay, price of this. So Seismitoad was like 800 to 1200 yen on release, Black Bolt White Flare. I bring that up because it's the most similar comparison. All of a sudden boomed because it went viral off of on social media when people made shorts talking about the 666 thing, and then people caught wind of it being Shinji Kanda, so people saw opportunity. Same kind of thing. Like, this is actually primed. I actually almost want to make the short. Will Pokemon ban this card because Kecleon looks like a stripper? Tomokazu Komiya is a famous artist, but has drawn Kecleon in an overly sexualized manner. And history says that Pokemon will normally ban cards like this. I'm just fucking riffing. But like, that is 100% the angle people will take if they want to pump this card. It actually would do numbers, 100%. So if anybody does that, this can potentially pump. And then also, if people just get wind of it being Komiya, they'll be like, oh my god, Komiya art rare. Like, this will be expensive in English because it will be a chase art rare because of Tomokazu Komiya. When that happens, I think the Japanese version will see a pump too, because that tends to happen. It's kind of what happened with, you know, Booger Mew with the Solosis. And then also what happened with the Marshadow art rare as well. You know, the Japanese versions move up because the English versions move up. And then, yeah, like you said, Robert, like, once that pump happens for like a popular artist, doesn't come down, and Seismitoad just didn't come down. Did you Tomokazu Komiya Druida? Renowned by many as the mostest Tomokazu Komiya card for the #1, despite amongst all special art rares. Released in Stripper Kecleon and even as Illustrator rare. This artist's quickly favorite Tomokazu Komiya coming next. That's it. The AI hallucinations are becoming real. This is how people are going to start talking. Okay, moving down. I'll give you my hot takes. So, like, anything sub 600 yen, like, Anamoris, this low-key is kind of crazy. Anamoris gets another card. This is like their third either special art or art rare. I hate this Pokemon. It's not a bad card, honestly, but I think people just hate this Pokemon and don't like this Pokemon. So 600 yen, it's whatever. It's in the, you know, eventually 200 yen pile where it's not a chase Pokemon, and it's not a popular Pokemon. It's a very unpopular Pokemon. So the art rare just does nothing. But I want to pick that up now at 600. I'm not tripping over to buy these. These are really cool, actually. The Electivire and the Magmortar. These are really good. Are they both by Taiga Kasai? No, but they really look like it. Oh, we were looking at Rianti Hidayat before when we were looking at the Buffalon, and that makes sense. This is very similar to that Buffalon from Black Bolt White Flare. These are really good. I like these a lot. It is a bit of a shame that these two weren't shown in a way that kind of connects. They usually are fighting, and that has like serious like throwbacks to Furious Fist kind of vibes. So that's a bit of a shame. Taiga Kasai, really good artist. Love a lot of their work. I'm going to flick a bit of it on the screen here because I think Taiga Kasai is a really good artist. And when their cards first dropped, I remember saying like, dude, they need to get a lot of art rares because they are so good. So you'll remember they are finalists or winner. I can't remember. Did the Greninja win? There was 3 winners this year. Bulbasaur, Arcanine, and Greninja. I can't remember which. I'm pretty sure it's Bulbasaur, Arcanine, and Greninja. I can't remember if there was 1 clear winner or 3 winners, but Taiga Kasai, really good artist. Been drawing bangers ever since. This is really good. This could be their best art rare ever. Yeah, Rend won. I'm pretty sure Rend won that year. Yeah. No, they did. They did. Thank you. Yeah, nah, this is good. Could be one of their best art rares. And the Electivire, really good. Rianti Hidayat, really nice art style. I'm going to pull this up on the screen as well. Rianti Hidayat. Rianti Wong on Twitter or Instagram if you want to follow them. Oh, they drew this Haunter from Start Deck 100. It's trapped in that set. Oh, they drew the Galarian Zapdos. Forgot about that. Nice card. Yeah, so both really nice cards. Maybe a bit of a missed opportunity because they could have been facing off or fighting, but I would be very, very happy if I ripped these and hit those cards. I'm not going to lie. I don't know who this character is. So you can call me a LARPer or a fake fan. Shimaris Yukichi. Well, there you go. So they drew the Archaludon SAR, I'm pretty sure, from memory. This is a nice card by them, though. Did they? No, I'm tripping. No, I'm tripping. That is a different artist. Oh, I remember this artist. No, they drew the Ekans from this set. Secret base character from the remakes. From Diamond and Pearl. That's crazy. What? From Omega Alpha. Dude. He's from Alpha Ruby Sapphire. Nah. Forgot. Actually deleted from the brain. Whiffed. Shimano Tsukuji. This is nice by them. I love this. I think I was talking about this. I don't know if I was talking about this or I was thinking about this. No, this gives me Osada Hitmontop vibes. But same kind of very fun style that I really like. Dude, why'd the music stop? We have not hit 4 hours. That is a 4-hour playlist. You guys are listening in silence. What the hell? Did I close the tab? No. All right, we're back. Bro, it's been longer since the remakes than between the remakes and the original. That's crazy. That is, dude, I don't want to think about perception of time today. I can't imagine this being a very like expensive card at any point because I don't think anybody knows, like very few fans would know who this is. Growlithe probably could see like price manipulation, pump maybe. But 1,000 yen, I mean, maybe it does like what Slowbro did. Because like Slowbro did kind of funny business. In, what do you call it? What's the set? What's the set called? Chaos Spinner in English and then... No, it's Pitch Black. Wasn't it Pitch Black? It's Pitch Black. Slowbro's in Pitch Black. So Slowbro's from Abyss Eye. Might do that. I don't know. It might get like a funny pump because it's like, yeah. Usually like Gen 1 sets and Mons from Gen 1 usually are like susceptible to pumps. So like if Kecleon was like, if it was like if Kecleon was Caterpie, right? And it was like pole dancing Caterpie, some funny business could happen. Because it's Kecleon, it's like not as likely. But like I said, if someone makes a video and goes on like banned because it's overtly sexual, card's gonna pump. Where is the Growlithe? This is nice. Yoshimoto Yoshimon. Okay, looking him up. Not ringing any bells. Art of Pokemon. Yoshimoto Yoshimon. Nope. Different. Is this a new artist? Slurper from Ascended Heroes. We're on Cerebi. It's a Cerebi angle. This is a nice card. I like this. This is actually a really nice card. Okay, so they started. Then they did Marill. They did Vulpix. That's a nice Vulpix. They did Jinx from Pitch Black. I think we were talking about this when I was opening Pitch Black. I like this. It's a nice artist. Fun artist. So debut in Mega Dream. So within the last 6 to 8 months. It's a nice card. I can see it getting pumped. Just because it's purely like it's a cute card. This probably goes in like a lot of cute binders. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just know that cute binder is like a style of binder. I've been told that I should start a cute binder. I should. I like cute cards. But it's good. This is like this is what we were talking about earlier when we were talking about feel. Like what does the card evoked out of you? You know what I mean? You look at it, I mean, it's very obvious. It's very on the nose. Like you just got home, your dog's waiting for you. Your pet is waiting for you, right? This is exactly what it's like. This is what it's like when I come home to Lola. She's at the door, tail wagging, her ass is vibrating. She won't stop shaking because she's so excited. And it's nice. It feels nice to come home to that. That there's someone waiting for you or something. You know what I mean? So this is a really, really good card. And I'm surprised that it's 1,000 yen. Because I feel like people would be like frothing over this card, but I'm glad to see that. Probably goes down to like 500 yen and becomes one of like the baseline level art rares from this set. Could get pumped like we were saying because it's Gen 1, but it's pretty chill. This is like, I mean, okay. The Altaria is nice. It's good. Actually, the Altaria is actually quite good. Ooh, we're lagging a little bit. Altaria is actually quite good. Kodama. Okay. Yeah, this is actually quite good. Kodama, oh yeah, Kodama drew the Fluttermane that I really, really like. This is like one of my favorite cards. This looks really good in hand because of as a reverse holo. It's a really good reverse holo because of it being an ancient type. Nah, Kodama draws bangers. Chiampao, Hisuian Samurai. They've actually drawn. Oh yeah, they're an old artist. Sun Moon. Been around for ages. Greninja Zoroark. Such a good card. Dude, this card, this is such a good card. They were cooking, man. Sun and Moon era was just too good. It was just too good. Dude, even the Lilligant, this was a great, great card. I mean, it is still a great, great card. I feel like because this kind of got overshadowed by the Origin Form Dialga, which was by Arata, and then the Origin Form Palkia, Oswaldo Kato, that... Oh, okay, check it. Can't remember. Pretty sure it's Oswaldo Kato. This got overshadowed, but this is like phenomenal. This is such a good card. So many Mons in it. Like, come on. Actually kind of crazy how... Yeah, this is... I mean, there's so many underrated Sword Shield era cards. Just an absolute straight banger. Like, this hangs with Sun and Moon Special Art era cards. That's, like, it's that good. Like, it is hanging with the best of them. So, I quite like the Altaria. It's nice. This is like a really solid set, I think. It's just a shame that, like, keep saying it, they didn't lean fully into that Gen 3 angle. They really just missed a massive missed opportunity by not doing that. And then the other really, like, I think my personal favorite art rare from this set is the Azurill. I thought this was Meryl when I first saw it, but then I'm like, I looked at it actually properly. When we were talking about Tomato Market a few streams ago, which is the artist that drew the regular art for this card, I was like, yeah, well, I think I was looking at Inza. I'm like, dude, the Tomato Market card's so good. Meryl's dope. But it's Azurill. Fake Van, he's LARPing. This is great. Honestly, I thought this was... it's not... Naoya Kimura. I thought this was Naoya Kimura when I looked at it because it gives really strong Southern Islands feel to it. But it's Narumi Sato. But this actually is like, this feels like it could be straight out of Southern Islands. I don't know if it's because of the sepia, but this is so good. So this is my favorite art rare from the set. It's just fantastic. Absolutely love it. They absolutely nailed this card. And I wonder, off the top of my head, other cards by Narumi Sato. They have 16 cards. So Narumi Sato's art style really, really reminds me of like Naoya Kimura and Atsuko Nishida. Like massively. They've only been drawing since Sword Shield. That is so crazy. Do you guys see it? Do you guys see it as well? I feel like it's like Atsuko Nishida, Naoya Kimura kind of vibes. Similar art style. I have a Sato binder, runner-up in Illustrated Grand Prix. This gives you like early Pokemon card file, early Pokemon card vibes, like 100%. All their cards are bangers. I actually, no, you know what? I gotta start a Narumi Sato binder. These are all bangers. And only 16 artworks? That can't be right. I think this is an error on the website. Nah, that's an error. Oh, card 79. I'm just stupid and reading the wrong thing. Nah, I'm gonna start this. This is doable. 100% doable. There's no like, I mean, I've got this. That's probably the biggest like chase card for this artist. Sudowoodo, this is a really good card. Like, how good is this? Come on. This is like full Pokemon. It does not get much better than that. Nah, they were cooking. This is like such a good idea conceptually. They were absolutely cooking. Too smart. Too smart. Super underrated card. No one ever speaks about this card. This looks like it could be from early 2000s. Late 90s. 100%. I have the Glaceon, yeah. So like, there's no. Oh, Senecon, I've got that too. That it's funny that was like the other promo, and the Celebi is so much more. Oh, they did the Beedrill too. I've got this card as well. Oh, dude, this is so doable. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna probably do this over the week, over this next week. Another underrated card. Those sets, like that era of set. What was it? Time Gazer and Space Juggler, and then like Incandescent Arcana, Lost Abyss. That was like a good 3 or 4 sets in a row. They were cooking. Late Sword Shield. It's why last stream I was saying like I'm excited for the tail end of Mega Evolution, because usually like the second half, like the second half of an era, the sets get like really, really good. And they do stuff like they did with Scarlet Violet, where you got like Black Bolt White Flare, Glory Team Rocket, Heatwave Arena, Journey Together, and then you finish on what do you call it? That year you finish on Mega Dream. Like it was just like banger, 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 banger. I don't know why we have to have one or 2 years of like mid sets, awkward sets that have like obviously really good cards in them, really nice looking cards, but no cohesion. So the sets kind of feel awkward. So the binders feel awkward. But this is a fantastic card. I love this. I can't wait to see this in hand. And like I said, just had massive Southern Islands vibes to it the second I saw it. So I thought it was Naoya Kimura. Beautiful stuff. And I can't see it being that expensive, more than, 400 yen once the dust settles. Outside of that, I mean, the Inkay is really good too. This is a nice card. This Masquerade by Rend. I know this is by Rend. That's like just typical, like, I don't mean that in a bad way, but that's Ren. This is like Ren's standard. This is how Ren usually illustrates Mons. It's nice. But it's a Ren card. Oh, dude, Tetsukayama got another card. Pinguchin, but I'm biased, is your fave. Don't blame you. Tetsuya Kayama's a banger artist. We were looking at the Salvatore before. That's awesome. I have like a Tetsuya Kayama waiting room section of binders, but I think maybe with this, it's probably time to give them like the full page in an artist binder with other artists in it. Because they are relatively new artists. They only started in the last year or two, but it looks like they're going to be consistently drawing cards and they're going to keep getting art rares. They've already had SARs, so I'm pretty sure they got a Pikachu coming in 30th Celebration based on speculation because I can pick art styles, even though that part of the video got spoiled. But I haven't looked at all the artists and I haven't looked at all the Pikachu leaks because I still want to be surprised. So that there's like a part of this video where I'm trying to guess the Pikachus based on art style and it's kind of fun. So I'm hoping that I got them all right now that everybody can see what they are from the leaks. It'll be quite a fun part of the video. But yeah, these are nice too. There was another one. The Inkay. Oh, by Ron. That's why I think... Is that why you're speaking about Ron before? This is nice. This is really good. Inkay is just literally the Splatoon Pokemon. But this is good too. The R-Rares in this set are all really good. Like, and that's just... Again, like... I don't want to... It's hard when you're like talking about a card and why you don't like it, and it sounds mean. It's funny there's B state there already. I should refresh. Did the price go up? I don't think it did. No, the price didn't go up. We're just getting damaged cards. It's always difficult when you're talking about a card that you don't exactly like and you're trying to explain why it's not your favorite or why you don't like it. But trust me when I say it, it almost always comes down to direction from creatures. It's not because the artist decided to just be bored, like be uninspired that day or whatever. Or the artist is bad at drawing, period. It's almost always because the direction for creatures is draw this Pokemon in this way and add these features and effects to it and make it look like this. And so you end up in these weird situations where the strengths of the artist aren't fully realized in the card because this artist, which we were talking about before, Kazuki Minami, having won the illustrated contest with that Pikachu, it's probably better suited to drawing Pokemon in that cute, warm way rather than like these like big, powerful kind of illustrations of the Mons. But 138,000 yen, ain't no way. It's not a mid set. It's just another victim of creatures being really weird with the way that they construct and put the sets together. Lots of really nice cards, and I haven't even gone through the regulars and the commons, which I'll save for another stream because let me tell you, I don't want to like, I don't want to be weird. It's not meant to sound weird, but like a lot of streamers don't talk for like 3 hours straight because they're either like ripping and like saying words in between or whatever, or they're like playing a game and they're talking in between. But I was just thinking about this before. I'm like, why is my voice always like very strained at the end of a stream? And it's actually insane when you think about it, how much I just fucking talked. Because like I'm constantly talking the whole 3 hours. There's never any dead air when you're listening to this stream. If there is, it's for like 20 seconds tops when I'm looking up something. But I'm fucking yapping for ages. I usually sip on tea, but I'm through my mug and yeah. So I don't think I could do full set review, but I feel like full set review is better when I have the cards in hand. What do you reckon? I feel like it's better if I'm going to do full set review for this set, I kind of want to do it as a stream with the cards in hand. So we just wait. There's no rush. I put a post up on Instagram being like, anybody got a box that you can give me so I can open this for like, 80 AUD? And obviously everyone was like, you're dreaming, bro. You are fucking dreaming. So didn't manage to source a box. There's no way I'm paying more than 100 Australian dollars for a box of this. I'm just not. So I'm going to wait. I don't know, if someone in the Discord, if you're watching and you open this and you don't care about the commons, uncommons, and you're in Victoria, message me. I'm going to come and get your bulk. I'll buy it off you if I have to. I'd rather spend $30 and buy the bulk from somebody than spend $300 and get a box. I'd much rather do that. So what do you guys reckon? If I do a set review of all the art and I talk about the art and the illustrations and I go into depth, I'm going to have the cards in hand, right? I reckon it's better that way. And maybe by the time I do that, I have some of the art rares in hand, and so I can we can look at the texture and stuff. It's probably better that way. I'm not the biggest fan of doing like streams where I talk about cards and I look at pictures. That's fine if you're doing like tier lists, but I'm not the biggest fan of like put the picture on the screen and talk about the picture. I like to feel and see these things. And then at the same time, I'll put them in my binder. That makes way more sense. Way more sense. So we'll do that. But yeah, that's the skinny on day one prices. So like I said, I fully expect these to drop. Every Japanese set in the Mega Evolution era has dropped in value since release. Whether it's, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months after, or even in like the immediate 1 to 3 week span. It's been the trend for every set. There's nothing special about this set where it's like Black Bolt White Flare and it's like has hype and it has motion because it's a cohesive complete set from a specific generation. So in a sense, that's kind of a good thing because it means that the set will eventually get cheaper over time as people move on to the next big thing, which is going to be 30th. But the illustrations and the art in it are great. There are some misses, obviously, with the direction of Mega Ray, the biggest fan. And Raikou, I think, is set to be the sleeper kind of like hit from this set. But is almost certainly going to get much cheaper than 16,800 yen. And then all those art rares, outside of like Kyogre, Groudon, and then Kecleon, I fully expect them to hit the, typical 300, 500 yen mark. If you're in Japan, you can probably find them in like a book off for like 200 yen. I mean, all the Black Belt White Flare art rares that I bought when I was in Japan, I bought for between 150 to 300 yen in the one book off, which was awesome. So that's kind of like the hot tip is like 2 to 3 days after the set comes out, get to a book off when it opens and you can probably farm, especially if you're like if you're out of like Tokyo or Osaka, you will have more success doing something like that. That's a hot tip. If you've been watching the stream for 3 hours, or you're watching this on YouTube, so we get the hot tips about where to get Japanese cards cheap in Japan. Don't show that to any of the ripper shippers or they'll fucking... Don't show that to any of these guys or they're going to make absolute giga bank off of it. We can't let them know. Little Pig Oink. The set has 76 cards in it. By the way, I don't know if I said hello to you. I feel like I did at the start of the stream. What do you call it? The set has 76 cards in it. So it's like relatively small. Usually a big set is like 100 cards or 120. Or like it's a end of year set where it's like fucking 300 cards. But yeah. We'll see. I mean, on Tuesday, I'll do a recap prices stream and we can have a look and see how things have fallen. But I always like doing a stream on release day so we can see what the day one prices are because then it sets like a good baseline for when the prices eventually drop. And everyone can see more and more newcomers that come into the space. If they watch these videos, they're just like, well, they watch this stream, they're just like, oh, okay. Hey, that guy's actually fucking talking about shit that matters, which is calm yourself and don't FOMO. And we like everyone always says like, don't FOMO, don't FOMO. I don't know why I'm like bitched about this now, but everyone always says like, don't FOMO, don't FOMO. But like no one actually says why or like shows you why you shouldn't FOMO. They just fucking, everyone just fucking, dude, I feel like everybody just does ad reads with collector. Every single day, it's like a different creator has done a collector ad read. And I'm just, come on guys, we got to do something more than just a collector ad read. Like the app that has literally made people so prices pilled. There's got to be more to Pokemon cards than that, man. There's got to be more to it than that. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that app. And I saw somebody, actually, no, I think it was somebody messaged me or said in the Discord, or they said in the stream, and they were like, oh, do you think that it's weird that Collector just has everybody's like collecting habits and collection on the app? And I was like, wow. It's like the first person that's ever messaged that to me. I've thought that has been weird since day one. I've spoken about that on the stream as well. But yes, it is very fucking weird. I don't know I think it was maybe Sokatua or Segrados. It was one of you guys. Or was it Little Pig Oink? It was someone in my Instagram DMs. And I was like, dude, you are so woke. We're getting another ad. Ads non-stop. Oh yeah, I got to do this. So if you're watching this at YouTube on the Yaps channel, make sure, I'll do it again. If you're watching this at the Yaps channel, make sure to subscribe to the Yaps channel, subscribe to OKJLUVNY, but most importantly, twitch.tv/OKJLUV, where the live streams happen when we do this live. Come and watch, come and hang out. You won't regret it. Follow your boy. Build the OKJLUV empire. Come on, let's go. Build the OKJLUV empire together with me and all the lovely chatters that are very nice people. Not just because they give me their primes. I swear. As weird as Niantic tracking everyone's movement for 10 years. Well, isn't the data from Pokemon Go like, didn't they sell it to like a crime tracking company or something weird? I have a meeting in 9 minutes. Isn't that crazy? And I was meant to finish at 2 o'clock, but because I started late. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Niantic has sold the data from Pokemon Go to some like tracking surveillance brand or company. I could be like lying. Am I lying? Oh. We'll be back on Tuesday, Australia time. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3 days from now, or 4 days technically. Might squeeze in a Monday stream. So I might go Monday, Tuesday, Friday next week. As we kind of like ramp things up and the video comes out. So my plate clears up a little bit. But that's the plan. And I lied to you about the Black Bolt White Flare binder, but I promise we'll do it eventually. The plate, like I said, the backlog's clearing up. So once this big YouTube video goes out, more time to hang out on stream, do more stuff, and start a new project, which is going to be really exciting. Start a whole bunch of new projects. I can't wait to do that. But that is it for today's stream. Thanks for coming down. Thanks for hanging out. As always, Little Pig Oink, Faith and Science, Bren say, I don't think I'm going to want to yap tonight. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be very busy trying to finish this video, but soon, next week, probably sometime, if you're still down. Guy from a crowd, as always, thank you. Franco, the man who single-handedly, that's what I'm looking for, single-handedly brought the streams back. Love you, King. Thank you, Franco. Young Bull OCE, thank you so much for subbing, King. Thank you for coming down and hanging out. Loved having you in the stream today. Honest to God, did. Formula, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Barnacle forever, as always, even though you're so crazy for saying that the SR Rayquaza is better than the SAR. That's crazy. Not going to forget that. Asteri, have a good one. Faith and Science, said it twice. Dunois, I'll speak to you. Thank you, King. Venomink, Epix. I saw you in there, but I didn't want to keep bouncing on myself. You know what I'm saying? Epix, it's always good to see you lurking in there. Come on, man. You're in Melbourne. Lunch, please. Let me take you out, please. For like 5 years worth of primes. Come on, cash it in. Cash it in, Epix. You know you want to, man. Hit me up. Go on, then. I'll take you out. Okay, fine. I'm going to DM you. Fine. Cash in your 5 years of prime. Free lunch. Mui, good to have you in the stream today. I'm just scrolling up and saying goodbye to everyone. Dark Ray, good luck on your drive. Oh, well, enjoy your driving lesson. I miss anybody? Further Josh, take care. Rubber Yan, who invited bro? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know, son. If I missed you, I missed you. Nicholas, as always, thank you. Barnacle forever. Goodbye again. Darth Bean, take care, King. Good to have you. Further Josh, see you later. Thank you again for your support. Thank you for the birthday wishes, Franco. I appreciate that. Gonna be a nice weekend. Hanging out with the family. Chilling. Hanging out with my dad tomorrow. Alright, guys. That's all. I gotta rest the voice. Maybe try and... I'm not gonna say it. But I got a meeting in like 5 minutes. So I'll catch you guys. Take care. Peace. Where's the button? I found it. See you guys. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. No drunk birthday stream. I don't even remember doing that. Period.